Hello, everyone. Yes. Yes. I believe in literacy. All right.
That's right.
That's
Literacy.
right. Literate.
Our whole pre-show landed with like, I believe in literacy. It's good.
We need to start turning that into Patreon content.
I've done something wrong here. I've started with zero drink.
Oh,
Hey everybody,
Dude.
this drink is broken.
this is David. We're High Shelf Gaming, and we're playing Blades in the Dark tonight. Saturday we're playing Cyberpunk Red. We're gonna do another interlude session, following up on some NPCs. Rich is gonna join as a guest for that for this Saturday. So
Craziness.
that'll be great.
This should be great.
It's gonna go super well. And then let's see here. We are narrowing down when our next werewolf game is going to be in October. I think we're going to have 4 players next werewolf game instead of just the 3, which is going to be great. And when are we playing your game again, Ethan?
The second.
Okay.
Of
So we got a
October.
little bit before the next horrific
Yeah,
spook.
we're gonna do bi-weekly. So
Okay. All right. Awesome.
mark your
Mm,
calendars. You got plenty of
I want
time.
it all the time. I want all the games all the time.
Awesome. Okay. Well, cool. With all of those rockin' announcements out of the way, I'm going to hand it over to you, Mike, to talk Blades in the Dark.
About what? I don't know. That's yeah. Hi. We're here to play some Blades in the Dark again. Blades in the Dark, role-playing game where we're all scoundrels and into skullduggery and thieves, and everybody here is part of a group of spies and saboteurs. Is the official description. But everybody here is a member of the Faceless, or black masks that can switch out with faces of other people.
Yeah.
And we live in the city of Duskfall, which you can't see through the glare on the wall behind me anyway, which is a sort of a mix of London, Venice, and Prague. If you had a like Victorian London with like ghosts and a bunch of machinery powered by the blood of demon whales and a giant wall of lightning to keep angry ghosts out of the city. And then, you've got a bounty hunter running around and a unicorn somewhere that just right like and then there's a vampire and a demon lady up in arms against one another lately.
Yeah.
But besides that, it's exactly what you'd expect. Yeah. Yeah. Peaky
Great
Blinders
description.
and Penny Dreadful just kind of smashed together, with a lot of Tom Waits playing in the background. So that's
Tom Waits.
Mm,
Some scat.
yes.
yeah. So like y'all are the characters in this drama of sorts. Oh, this sort. So yeah, let's run around the edge here and find out who everybody is, and I will resist the urge to point this time.
You know you want
It
to.
is-
Everyone's
it is
favorite game.
No, you wanna do
always wrong. No,
Where
I can
will Mike
figure it.
point
Maybe this is the
today?
time.
can-
Mayor's,
I
maybe
can
it's the
figure it
time.
out now because I know which side of me the map is hanging on. So I can figure out.
Yep.
Point to the map. I'm pointing at Katrina to make her talk about Maribel.
Hey guys.
That was amazing. That was
Yeah.
amazing.
I'm Katrina. I play Maribel Welker, a very well-to-do lady who is the group's slide and second in command. And she really likes secrets, especially yours.
Yes. And then down right below Maribel, we have Casey playing Griffith.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Casey. I play Griffith, the goat hound. I like to hunt the most dangerous game if I'm not being hunted. That changes every week.
Another dangerous game.
Yeah.
While also trying to find the unicorn, which would be a pretty dangerous game for hunters.
Yeah. I like to live. I like to party, as they say.
The party. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes. And then down in our other corner here, we have Ethan.
Yeah, that's me. I'm Ethan. I play Demas, the spider, the mastermind and conspirator, and he's got a big like thread map on his wall, so I guess that counts as a web. But yeah, that's what he does. make plans to topple governments,
Like you do.
like you do. I mean,
As you do.
In his spare
this day
time,
and
he
age.
does- yeah.
the year of our Lord, 2020.
847 since the cataclysm which snuffed out the sun. Yes. Here.
I think we're 6 months after the cataclysm.
We still have a sun. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, that's
good.
true. We're
Right.
not quite there yet.
We're still leading up to that one moment where it's like, yeah, this person has magic and this person has
mean-
I go first in initiative power, and then they fight.
We, you know, it's one of those things where, like, 2020 is not quite over yet. So, like, we still have a sun, but there's only a few months left in this year. So
There's room.
there's room
Totally
for
room.
for
There's room.
cataclysms.
You know, trying to make it something that's supposed to be as powerful as the sun. I mean, what can go wrong there? You know, we got all kinds of stuff. Science is doing all kinds of
I mean,
crazy stuff.
there's a theory that the super collider just destroyed everything, like back in 2012. We've just been kind of riding some kind of cosmic wave since then, and at this point, I'm kind of starting to think maybe that's the more reasonable.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite conspiracy theory is that we're all like dejecta or
Yeah.
ejecta from like some like loony timeline. Yeah, I'm into it.
So much fun.
So
Why not?
I think it's my turn.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
that would be good.
I'm David. I play Empty Ohm, the Tinkerer of the group, the Leech of the group, officially the Saboteur of the group. But Empty Ohm has been busy inventing and improving this mask technology that we have been creating, and the mask technology is quickly coming to fruition. We now have the ability to secretly communicate between two masks, which is gonna be great. I cannot wait to see what kind of lunacy we can get up to with that. And then like there's a patron who wants to take them all away from us. So like we'll see how that goes. when we
They're
get
trying to have you develop the technology on there.
there. Fair. Yeah, we'll get to keep the prototypes, but they want the mass production. Yeah.
We'll see.
Before we jump too far into the
We'll see.
craziness, can we get our crew advancement taken care of?
Good point.
That's. I think it
Yes.
says in the book somewhere that you have to do it at the beginning or the end. So I guess we got.
Well, then I guess here we are. So
somewhere.
were we all pretty much agreed on what we talked about in chat? Which is Crow's Veil.
I mean, it seems
which-
pretty apropos for a session. We're probably going to kill somebody.
I think
pick that
it's
one up.
yeah. And we've killed a lot of people recently. So it's
Well, a lot of people have died near us recently.
also true. So due to hard won experience or occult ritual, your activities are hidden from the notice of the Death Seeker crows. You don't take extra heat when killing is involved on a score.
That would be pretty cool.
I
That
feel
would be
like
nice.
I feel like this heat thing has been the primary mechanic keeping us from killing a lot of people. And so while I agree this is very useful for us, I worry that it will
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, David. I don't know what you're talking about.
See, but then that opens up just so many more different kinds of consequences. Like, why are there 50 new ghosts in town? It's only been a week.
Yeah, remember, this doesn't solve a ghost problem. This just solves
The
The heat
cops from
problem.
getting
a
us.
cops problem.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll get the additional heat from the ghosts that are going to screw with us after this.
Okay. Good.
It's just not.
Well, it also it doesn't solve the spirit wardens, right? Like it's not like the spirit wardens won't try to find things to get rid of them. It's just like their usual. We send a flock of drone crows to like scout the area and find stuff. Like those don't work when it's you guys. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
something happened on the corner of 17th and Elm, but we don't know what it was, and the crows aren't picking anything up. So we're gonna have to send dudes out there on foot to try to figure it out.
And as we
So,
discussed,
so then it becomes how fast can we get away?
Right.
Yeah, by the
Wanna
time
hang
they're gonna
around.
be there, you're gonna be gone, right?
Right.
Like that's just how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
So we doing that, my friends?
I like the opportunities it opens to us
Okay.
personally. I think it adds a twist. Let's keep things fresh.
I will put it on the cruise sheet then.
Cool.
Yes. So 2 sessions ago, Lorena. Uh, sorry, I saw you gesturing something, but you're muted, Katrina, so I wasn't sure if it was.
I said 2 sessions ago. That was
Nice.
it. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. We'll fix that in post.
No, we
Um,
won't. No, it's gonna be
No.
there forever,
No, we
including
never
this
will.
interlude.
We just
Yeah.
discussed that we're cutting the front and the back and the middle.
And
No
nothing
other
else.
editing.
Yes.
The front, the back.
Yes.
and the-
No, no, we got it. We got
That's
it.
all of it, though.
Ah, but that was the joke, everybody. That whole last few minutes. That was. So 2 sessions ago, 2 sessions ago, Griffith's wife, Lorena, arrived on the ship from Tycheros. Um, she arrived with her pet unicorn, who I want to say is named Snowflake, but I'm not positive.
Yes, Snowflake.
Okay.
Yep, I've had all week to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, I should have made a handout in Roll20 with the unicorn picture because Heather put together the
Yeah,
amazing unicorn picture for us.
alligator horse thing.
Yes.
Welcome to Insomnia.
It's so horrific.
You didn't have to work on it for 2 hours.
Well, technically, you didn't have to work on it, but you did.
Oh, but I did, Mike. But I did because
I
it
know.
was stuck there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I understand what it's like to have something in there that, like, you can't your brain. Sorry, making a handout real quick. We are vamping and improvising and talking over the top while I'm uploading a picture. It is great.
No, we're just waiting
Legend
on Diegos to
Keeper.
get here.
Legend Keeper, guys.
We use it. We love it. It's the best thing.
What
It
are
really
you doing
is.
if not making a role-playing game world or novel world, whatever kind of world you want? What are you doing if not making that in Legend Keeper?
Map out your friends. Like, just map out your connections with your friends.
Your existing world. Just yeah.
Yes.
I'd say what you are doing when
This
you're
is
not
my
using Legend
neighborhood.
Keeper.
This is the map of the house.
You're making things more difficult for yourself because it's never been easier with Legend Keeper.
Oh my god. We have stumbled across our hidden talent of spontaneous infomercial.
Oh,
Somebody
Braden's
sign me
gonna
on.
love us.
Sign me
Braden.
on. Pay me money. I'll do it all day.
Oh my god.
The unicorn picture's up.
Ooh,
Yes.
that is
So
nightmare
yes.
fuel.
Snowflake, the unicorn, the Tycherosi, partially demon-blooded unicorn, who, in the process of everybody showing up on the docks, a bounty hunter who knows that there is a bounty on both Griffith himself, dead or alive, and Griffith's wife, alive, I think. That was what we discussed. Showed up to try to deal with that, and some chaos ensued, and Maribel cut a deal with her, but has her magic, like, mystical, like, arcane, like, you don't remember me doing things power. So, yeah, like, Jedi mind trick her the whole way. To,
These are not the droids you're looking for.
yes. And
No.
then Ohm and Demas and Lorena took off. They wound up, like, running through the city to try to get to where the meetup was. And Griffith, you end up, like, out on the docks, trying to deal with Snowflake and get Snowflake onto a boat, while Ohm blew up a section of the dock. And then some men who work for Lord Skurlock came and, like, tased
Took it.
Snowflake and took it. Yeah. So then
Where
one
in the
session
plan did
ago,
we discuss that Ohm was gonna just blow shit up? Like,
I don't think we
Didn't.
discussed it.
Nope.
Didn't.
flashback.
Yeah, there was a flashback moment where it was like, I need something that's gonna stop these people from going down the thing. Look at my sheet. Explosives. Cool.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep.
I like how Ohm had to do that like on their own initiative because I don't think anybody else probably knew about that. Or at least
wasn't
Right.
like
the look on our faces certainly telegraphs that.
Right. Yeah.
We
I,
don't
O
think
showed up
Maribel or
like
Demas.
hours early and just wired it up and didn't tell anybody, which is amazing.
it's super easy to do. It's just it's just a pile of wood. Yeah. Crawl under there and wire it up. Yeah, I needed something to stop those guys from grabbing our dude. So there we went. And I literally looked at my sheet. I was like, I got explosives. All right, well, that's what I'm using. It's explosives.
Logical.
You know, when you have a hammer, all problems look like a nail. Okay. Yeah, and then last time we did some downtime. Like people saw doctors and indulged their vices and uh, took part in their secret plans to deal with things, stuff that I totally remember, and set up like government overthrow projects. I remember that one. Um, and do the things that you do when you're not in the middle of school.
Potential exit strategies.
Yeah, potential exit strategies, weird visions from your vice den.
Yeah, you go drink acid water in a grotto and hope you don't fall in. Because you want to see shit weird, I guess. I don't know.
Or you could just be like the normal people who go and gamble.
Not hardcore enough for
Where's the
It's
fun in
not.
that? Gambling's boring. My idea behind that was what does a rich kid who grew up with like nothing but everything they wanted kind of in front of them do for fun now?
Right.
Because like gambling was like, whatever,
Meh,
that's the thing.
yeah.
Drinking, whatever, fine. Debauchery, the norm.
Sure.
So like what do you do to like kind of relax? And it's you find weird stuff that you haven't seen before. And that's what you get down at old the hooded proprietor's grotto.
That's what the sign outside for us says. Like, the Hoodless Proprietor's Grotto.
Yeah.
Number one for weird visions in the city.
Number one for
Are you a rich kid bored off your ass? Come here.
Come to the proprietor's grotto.
Just cut in a bit of like PTSD from being an officer in a war, and you've got like the perfect cocktail for, relaxation. Is just something that makes you see funny things.
Yeah. No, that's legit.
One day we're gonna just find him beat the shit beat out of him in an alleyway, and he's not gonna remember why.
Well, I'll remember why.
We as the audience have found that several times already.
Yeah. I think that's what happens when you spend all your downtime actions training at like the Scotland Fight Club. Like you get your XP, but you take your lumps in the process.
That's how you get stronger. Just somebody punch you enough, and then you're good with it.
Yes, I feel like I can command now more.
I feel like we're delaying the inevitable.
There's an inevitable. Wait, we're here to do something?
Weird. We did downtime last time. What do we do now?
Now, according to the book, we do like we spend some time where you can look around the city and figure out what we want to do for a score. But we planted seeds for a score 2 episodes ago.
It does.
When we left a note with the bounty hunter that she now has no memory of how the hell she got the note. It's just a note that says, hey, Thursday night, 7 p.m. be at this corner, right? Like,
it is like I sent you what it said. Hold on.
Yes, you did.
Where are you in my list? If you want your Taikarozi prize, meet us at the Crimson Cat on the day and time that we are now talking about. The Crimson
Wednesday,
Cat
the
being
23rd at like
Crimson Cat being a workplace warehouse with a few floors located off Ratcatcher Street.
So we just gotta like just kind of gank this chick, right? Like
Well, I think we're gonna definitely have to set up a trap because I think she's definitely gonna be questioning why the hell she's doing this.
Okay.
So
Yeah, we got
we
a trap.
could put. That's a plan. I almost started to plan.
Does
Can't do
she even show? That's my
That's
question.
the other.
So I think right now we need to find out information about her,
Mm-hmm.
and also like information about like where we're or our scores on our hunting ground. So I guess I probably know it pretty well. But
Well, I was thinking you and I, Demas and Maribel, could go talk to the crows lady and
Lissa, yeah.
she got an
Om
issue
and
or something, right?
what?
With somebody. Lissa wasn't happy with.
With the
Lissa
bounty
wants
hunter
good.
because the
Oh,
bounty
she
hunter
wanted the
was
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So I was thinking you and I could go talk to her
So we can
and
get paid for it.
exactly. And so Om
Cool.
and Ghost could go to the location and trap it up and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go look for a scouting sniper spot so I can get that extra die.
I think we definitely need to
I'm caught up
have
now.
Ghost's face in a mask and his wife's face in a mask. So I have an idea, but I can't talk too much about it because it's a plan.
Yep, I captured her. I captured her face in your mansion.
Okay, cool. My mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Welker, man.
And we've had Ghost's face since before Ghost knew. So
True.
Wait, what?
Oh.
I mean, you sleep at the hideout, so it's like Ohm just has
That's-
everybody's faces.
That's
It's
not
weird.
creepy.
It's weird, but we live with it.
And he's got a little
Okay.
pouch full of little fetishes. He's like, oh, this is so and so's face, and this is so and so's face. And
So weird. That part's weird.
Is it just a fortune? Like, is it now just like a fortune roll? Anytime it's like, do you have this person's face? Just like a.
or whose mask is it in right now? Yeah, because it's in one of them.
Much like on a 6, you have that person's face. On a 4 to 5, it's like somebody who looks pretty much like him.
Oh yeah,
On a
you
3,
know
it's
that's
just
a good
completely
point.
different.
Like, I have I've yet to do any kind of downtime actions, but at some point in Ohm's head is I do need to go out and like capture just some random people's faces, some drunks, or pay somebody or whatever. But either way, acquire faces of random people. Haven't done that yet. So it's all like named people, NPCs that we've met, people we've killed or we're about to kill, all that stuff. You okay, Casey?
Yeah, sorry, my kitten is literally leaning up against my headset, so I have
Okay.
to move it to the other side of the ear.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Kitten problems.
So yeah,
And-
Ohm and Ghost could absolutely go and scout this area in the hunting ground and like set us up some traps or some advantage points and like some way to traverse from one building to the next quickly or something to give us some kind of mechanical advantage in this area.
And we
Cool.
should get bonuses because it's something because it's in our hunting grounds for
Yeah,
when you set that up and stuff. I think.
we can definitely give you an extra die on the engagement roll when we reach that point for it.
Go team.
Alright.
Yes.
And
Who goes first?
Power go up on 3. How about
Who
the
would
Wonder
like to go
Twins? Omen.
That way if it's
Wonder
like so borked you don't even have to worry about it. You can go do some other social task.
No, or we
It's a
just
good
build a
tea
lot
somewhere.
we build a lot of dramatic irony when we're talking about how absolutely sure we are that this is going to go off without a hitch,
Yeah.
and knowing that it is absolutely already beyond salvation.
There
So
are
what-
already a dozen hitches we were just unaware of.
So Mike, what kind of stuff can we realistically do as prep? Because I thought like a lot of this would be handled as flashback and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to like.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna talk about like, traps and things like that, like those are probably gonna be better handled as flashbacks. I think the broader question to me would be, what is something that you two could do in that area that would be gathering information about either the area or Casta the bounty hunter herself? right? Because that kind of informs us making the score and the detail for the score versus us like we go shopping because we might need 80 feet of rope to get through the dungeon, but we actually need 70 feet of rope. We need 10 feet of rope, right?
Gotcha.
I got an idea. So she knows to go to this space, right? And we saw that she was a sniper.
Mhm.
So using prowl, Ohm would like to go and identify some likely sniper perches where we could expect her to sneak her way to and set herself up in.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, I would like to actually kind of case the area on the lower end by using Hunt. Maybe question a couple people. Use Hunt. Maybe do they have pictures? I guess they have pictures, and there's like, have you seen this person so and so here recently? See if she's been scouting the area like we are. I'm definitely masked up. Just to let you know, but that kind of thing. So
Okay.
if that's
Um,
all right.
yeah, so hunt is gather information about a target's location and movements is like right there in the description. So that's
Yeah,
absolutely a thing. Um,
cool.
Prowl involves a lot of moving around unseen and traversing obstacles. So like yeah, like getting up on up buildings and traipsing around rooftops and whatever is up there.
Yep. Yeah, and I'll
Definitely.
be trying to use my prowl as a if I were to hide with a long gun, where would I hide? You know,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. Trying to put myself into her mindset.
You want to roll first? You want me to roll first?
Is this even a roll situation? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it is because then we'll figure out how much information your guys can get based on
Okay,
that.
I'll roll my prowl first.
All right.
I'm masked as well. I'm on the job. Um, it's probably just inky black at this point.
Okay. Yeah, like all of Crow's Foot is still has this weird fog that's been going on.
Okay.
We touched on it a little bit last time that like there's this weird sort of plasmic fog over the whole district, and it's not so much that like oh it's creepy because there's a lot of weird ghost activity. It's weird because there's so little ghost activity.
Okay. All right. So, position and stuff doesn't really matter, right? Position and effect are all.
For this position, an effect will take effect. It will be a
Okay.
thing. Um, During downtime, it definitely doesn't matter. Um, I don't foresee anything being like particularly desperate here. Because
Yep.
you're under control. You're doing stuff. You have your own time.
Sure. Okay.
I'd even say if you wanted to say it was a controlled roll, which means like the blowback off a non-6 roll is pretty minimum. So
Okay. Gotcha. And then effect would be standard.
yeah.
Okay. And I won't mess with any bonus die.
Hey,
There we go.
hey.
Hey, full successes all around.
Yes.
Everybody's getting too many dice nowadays. Um,
I just upped my prowl, so it's paying out.
yeah. So you definitely figure out like probably like the 3 different displays showing the same thing, but only one that I can. So, this building here that's up on the corner should get a thing on it. Um, that one's a little bit taller than the others here.
Okay.
It has a good view over the whole area. Um,
The one with the little white circle.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like you can see what's going on across both of the streets, and you have a good view of the front of the building. Um, I think the other thing you might notice is that like directly across from the building with the red X, there's like a boarding house, and it has like a balcony, like it's sort of like one of those little like it's not even big enough to like really go out beyond. It's like a step and a half deep kind of balcony that just comes out from one of the windows, kind of deal. Um, and that one like looks basically directly at the entire front and like all the windows of that building. So like if you wanted a full view over like anywhere anybody here could be going, that one on the corner will do it. And if you wanted to be like looking into that building itself, like the various floors of that boarding house will like let you look in through like the big ass windows of the building. Like,
Okay.
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So Ohm will remember that and kind of make sure to check out that spot later on.
Yeah. Griffith, I think one of the things that you will definitely pick up on there is that uh, that the street that runs southwards there from Ratcatcher Street down to Brewer
Yeah.
Street um, is it's not so much that it's like a full street that runs that whole way. It's more like an alley, and then like you see there's like a dark gray piece there. That's actually like the alley goes back and then it like completely drops off, and then there's like a canal and like a lower level below like where you're walking here.
Mm.
Mm,
So like people can come and go across Ratcatcher Street, but if somebody gets pinned in this alley, then it drops off. Like
okay.
there's access to the canal below, but like you'd have to be really intent on trying to jump to get to the other side of the street if you were trying to get to the street.
Interesting.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
And if you were to drop down into the canal, is that like a couple of stories down or a few feet?
It's probably like one story down,
Okay.
right? Like this
So,
is like roughly like ground level, like maybe built up a little bit, and then that's like if you were to like not have whatever's been built up in the foundation level that's below you here, you would
okay.
drop down into this canal that runs underneath. Um, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what else to give you all. What else is something that you'd like to know, right? Like,
I would like to know, like, part of me would be like, have you, like, one of the things I was hoping to get is, like, have they seen her scouting or somebody like her scouting or anybody who's usually not here, like, out of place? Any extra rooftop stuff, that kind of thing.
um, yeah, I think there's probably like the old guy with like several days worth of stubble is like he's got like one little lock of white hair, like and like basically like bald for the rest of his head. Uh,
Hmm.
he's kind of like down there, and it's been like kind of like drizzling and mucky lately, but it's not like totally wet, so he's like kind of dank. He's
Hmm.
got like a bottle in a paper bag kind of deal. He's like, yeah, the other night there was climbing up the drain pipes. There was somebody climbing up the drain pipes and like running around on the rooftops.
Gotcha.
I
And I
didn't, I
think
didn't,
Griffith.
I didn't, I didn't see who it was, but they grabbed me and they told me that I didn't see nothing, and I just saw like they had fangs.
And I do smile and I flip him whatever silver is would be equivalent to whatever he needs to buy. I was like, appreciate you, old man. Get yourself warm and move on down the alley. Like, all right. And I'll remember that when we group back up. I'll let them know. It looks like she's been scouting the area as well, and there's a possible easy escape route for her or us if need be, one or the
Yeah.
other.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely like the option of like you trying to, if you had to pin her down, trying to pin her down between you and having
Yeah,
that drop off into the canal as a way to try to stop her from things.
gotcha. I'll let them know that also. That's it. That's all I needed. I got what I got. I think. Can you think of anything else, David, that I should ask? Or
No, I think this has been successful. It's quite where we're
yeah,
at.
cool. Come, cousin.
Yes. Go back
Before
to the
we
hideout.
Which is only like a block away, which is kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
nice. 'Cause
exactly.
Generally, we commute pretty far for some of these
We-
scores. So.
We really don't like leaving Crowsfoot. Like all of our most important things are in Crowsfoot, which is
But we always do.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
This is the first time maybe the second time we've done something in our hunting grounds.
no, because see, we famously did not do something in our hunting grounds for Ghost.
yes,
Well,
yes. We
I was thinking about Hawker. the
Oh yeah,
other
that
dude
dude.
we killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, what a speed bump, right?
yeah.
What a story that we
Kelly-
don't remember.
Kelly forgot I even hit it with a bullet in the face.
Besides that, though, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So, what are Maribel and Dimas up to here right now?
I think we're
Well, we
going
set
to
up a
talk to
meet with
Lissa.
Lissa. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So hangs out. So up here in the middle of Crow's Foot, there's the Crow's Nest because everybody's on theme. And I think across from the Crow's Nest here, which just use a really huge line for me. There's a bar, and that's where like the crows hang out. What's left of the crows. They're not in trouble, but like they're certainly not. They're not as big as they were before, and they're no longer in charge here. Like this is Red Sash territory, and that's where
So
like
sad.
the crows hang out, and the Red Sash just come and pick up their tribute money, kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Which is still like them being nice to them and not being like, no, bring us the tribute money. Those
Diplomat.
Red Sashes, they've got some class, yeah.
Things move slowly.
Red Sashes seem pretty chill. They got that whole like martial arts discipline thing going on. Seems like.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, we get it. You're fine.
But yeah, you would be able to stop by this little bar. God, I almost tried to call it the Crow's Nest, but it has to be named something else. Like, and I feel like
The
it
roost.
it needs to involve like murder in the name too, from like it's where all the crows gather.
The murder's roost.
I
It's
can
a
do that.
murder
Yeah.
of crows, right?
Yeah.
That's my favorite collective.
Right?
noun, I think.
The murder,
Just
yeah.
a murder. Yeah. Like cats come close. They get clouder, which is just a silly word, but murder better.
Yes. But you're able to like go there. There's going to be a time when like Lissa will be around. That you
Mm-hmm.
be able to arrange to have some quality time with Lissa, the head of the crows here.
It's been so long since we've sat and talked with her.
Yes.
I can't even remember the last time we talked to her.
I think it was
I
like
think there's only like once, and it was pretty early on that like Maribel went to like. I seem to remember like Maribel going to have like. I'll go do like tea or something with Lissa to have a conversation with her, and Lissa like using the spittoon while you were doing it.
Yes.
Like tea
Oh,
was
yeah.
not Lissa's theme.
That was part of my getting Crowsfoot under our control for information. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're able to arrange a time there where you'd be able to get there and have the attention of Lissa to discuss some things. So yeah, you're able to go to this bar. They make something sort of akin to absinthe, but like it's gonna be like some other weird ass like purple or something. But it's served kind of like the same way where they have like the little glasses with a spoon on, like drip onto it, and it's like kind of drips into the glass and like douches and goes pearlescent kind of deal.
Is it kind of that like purpley black that you kind of get with like the sun reflects off a crow's feathers, perhaps.
Perfect. Yes.
Like it's
Nice.
black, but it's got that like secondary color.
That color
It's almost
sheen to it. Yeah.
Mhm.
like that. I would drink that.
Okay. They will bring around to the table as everyone sits down and like Lissa's there like with her pipe. Yeah.
Thank you for meeting with us, Lissa. We appreciate your time.
Oh, and she kind of like takes the pipe and does that thing where she's like kind of like there's a little tiny piece of tobacco somewhere. I'm like, yeah. Puts it back in.
So,
So
we wanted to know if you were interested in collecting on a bounty that we were made aware of that perhaps you had put out in the past.
she will ask, yeah. So like, which bounty you're talking about? Because things things got a little heated here in the past couple of months, and let's just say there's more than one that people may still have markers out there from. So, which one are you talking
Specifically
about?
referring to, funnily enough, a bounty hunter herself. I believe she goes by Casta.
She'll
It
kind
is
of like
Fangs, if that helps.
stop and nod a bit, and like one of the like other crows probably like leans in and like whispers something to her. It's like, oh, yes. So
You
like
had a
set the
run-in with her?
like yes, we had an exchange, an attempted exchange maybe, um, however you want to call it. And she will like set her pipe down in like a little thing that like holds it upright. She's like, yes, if you can, you know what? I don't even care if you bring her to me. You bring me her face, her head. That's all I care about. I'll save you having to haul the whole body around. You can do that. Like, I'll give you 3 coin.
Reasonable.
Hmm.
She's like, no, if she's still breathing, I'm only giving you 2. Because I'm going to need the other coin for like all that I'm going to drink while I finish the job.
That is fair enough. Thank you for letting us know ahead of time. Could have been a bit embarrassing, right?
Hey, so we've got this head. Interested? um,
I'm curious if there is some pot sweetening to be had. Because I don't know, 3 for whole life. That seems a bit low.
you want to try to convince her to go up? You want to try to?
I mean, I would love to delegate that
Would you?
particular action. Yeah.
Would you? I don't know the words, Mike, because I'm really shit at negotiating personally. But I could consort or sway, probably consort.
I
Short
think what
seems
I
like
just
better.
said out of character just to preserve our immersion or whatever. It's Demas kind of like making a kind of sort of innocuous gesture that Maribel can kind of interpret as that's up the ante.
Yeah. Maribel will jump in and start smooth talking and kind of getting in there. Like, let's talk, and then work our way up to negotiating a higher rate.
Okay. Um, yeah, let's do that then.
Position.
Um, so I think it's risky unless you want it to be desperate.
I don't think it is desperate.
Yeah.
Like,
Like I
I
think
don't
if
feel
if you
desperate.
wanted to make it desperate, we could make it desperate, but I don't think by default it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm good at frisky.
Okay.
Effect standard.
Yeah.
I'm going to just push myself. I'm not here for your devil's bargains right now. Just don't want that.
Don't want them.
Don't want it. I don't want it. And I'm gonna roll.
Oh.
Give me that money.
Look at that crit. Double sixes, boxcars.
Um,
I work her up, man.
yeah, she's like, look, you know who she is. You obviously have some sort of a lead probably on where to find her. It's like, and you know that I have passed with her. I don't want her around. And she kind of like unbuttons her shirt and like pulls it back, and she has this like definite bullet wound scar, like right at the collarbone. She's like,
That's not a good look. I know.
but I'm unhappy when I see this every morning from her.
Mm-hmm.
So I want her gone. It's like, and it's oh, I feel like there was a discussion last time with Ohm about like what phase of the moon it was, and like it's the full moon and like the new moon will be coming. They're like, and if when new moon rolls around, I could spit on her grave one more time. I'd go 6.
It's kind of a sideways glance to Demas.
Consider it done.
Fantastic.
I'm tempted to make a deal because it seems like a deal, but I don't know how people feel about those, and I don't think Demas would do it if he knew it would kind of make someone hesitant on the deal. But
I mean, this is a deal that like 6 coin is a lot of money.
yeah,
Like if you wanted to
Yeah.
use it on that deal, like that's kind of reasonable. Just feel like,
yeah, I think
we're gonna sink a really expensive deal by like sealing it. Yeah.
I think that's what Demas will do. Is it just for security's sake, and you should know that this keeps us on the line if we don't deliver, or at least it keeps me on the line. And then he'll say, "Shall we call it New Moon?"
Let's. Right.
Okay. Yep, and then shake on it. And it's a
And
little.
she spits in her hand and then she shakes your hand.
Yeah, Demas will do the same. He understands.
Maribel
And,
doesn't. There's a look.
Yeah.
There's
no,
like,
See, well, okay, so for Lissa, she thinks that's binding, but what Demas finds binding is the like ethereal spider that crawls out from her sleeve like into his. It's like, okay.
Yeah. That's
oh
the
yeah,
real shit.
there's like a mark that goes on. Like I think like there's probably like this like sort of mild spider web thing that like shows up kind of like spiraling partway around her wrist. And like on Demas, like there's probably one that's like it's a little flock of crows kind of deal.
Yeah.
a drink to that.
In like a moon in the background, or like the outline of a moon.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think in like each
absolutely.
deal, like just as like for funsies, I think each deal kind of makes its own art of like as a reminder. It's like this one has like probably a bullet into like a bat or something. I don't know. She's got that, Transylvanian accent or whatever the hell. So
Do they go away or do they stay?
I think
They go away after the deal.
I think they leave like scars. Like it's like faded, but it's still like there.
I was just thinking that the one with Satara was just like fucking all of your shit up because it was totally.
I think
your
there's
entire
still
army.
like almost like I've been to 9 out of 10 of the tattoo removal appointments, and so it's just like faded, but it never goes any further than that. And so there's just like this faded like gray snake, kind of like all
Gotcha.
around his stuff.
That's beautiful. I love it.
Cool. Well, we'll
Yeah.
do our pleasantries and then get back to the hideout.
Yeah, I think she may try to leave first. Like you'll do pleasantries, you'll get partway into the conversation, and like she's not trying to be mean to Maribel, but she's just like she's kind of gruff. Like she's certainly not as cultured as Maribel is. So kind of towards the middle of like a conversation with Maribel, she's like, we gotta go, and like puts in some chew and like leaves.
There's just this like look, the disgusted look that as she's leaving, Maribel just gives Demas, but it's probably not reciprocated. So.
David just probably just kind of shrugs, like, you learn these things.
Well, at least that is done.
It's a tidy profit.
Quite.
And actually an easier job than the alternative, so
Right. I'm sure Ghost will be happy to hear that.
let's not fuck it up. Kind of like pound on the table a couple times and stand up and get ready to go.
Yes. She will follow.
Down the end of your little purple pearlescent drink, and head out the drizzling blackness of 3 p.m. Like, yeah.
Can I use our ability of like looking into the ghost world?
Mhm.
Because this keeps getting talked about around me. So are there ghosts about, or is it weird?
Um, when you pitch your vision into the ghost field, you get like it looks a lot like the real world, but kind of like if the real world was kind of rotting and like shifting to the side kind of deal. Especially like buildings where there's like been a strong emotional presence may still show up if you're looking in the ghost field that aren't may not be there still in the real world. Kind of things like that go on when it's like it's not a one-to-one match when you shift your perception. Um, but when you shift your perception into the ghost field here right now, kind of like stepping out, like seeing the fog outside from this bar as you're kind of getting ready to leave. Um, the fog hangs in the streets in the ghost field too, but not as heavily. Um, and just where usually there would be like kind of like it's not so much like you see ghosts everywhere, but like there's like residue. Like there's like this thing kind of glows because a ghost sort of messed with it recently, kind of deal. And this thing may have some footprints that you see and stuff like that. And there's none of that. Like you don't see any ghosts milling about anywhere, and like all those sort of like telltale tracking type signs that you might otherwise find, are just there's nothing.
Okay. Um. So as she'll come back out of that, but kind of like side by side of Demas as they walk, like there is something afoot with the veil and the ghosts within. They are not there. They are not present. This is not the first that I've heard of it or seen it myself.
Hmm. Perhaps we should consult our whisper then, at some point in the near future.
Possibly. I don't think it will interfere with this, but knowing our luck, something of this will catch up to us eventually.
This is our home turf, right? We should know these things. So
Agreed.
let's find them out.
I'll speak with Raja.
And we fade off to black as we head off into the fog and crow's foot back to the lair. Um, is there anything else that like people want to do? Like, do you feel like you have enough information to go on to like start a score, to like prep to decide what it's going to be and how to go about it? Or do you want to like try to find out other stuff?
So, I mean, I'm trying to think, just looking at like my stuff. Um, like the things I could do to help is like talking with someone to get some more information, like briefly, like when I could sort for a score, I get like a die on our engagement roll, like that could help. Which I probably should have done that
So this
back
we
with
could have
Alyssa, but
group actioned it, man.
yeah, I didn't think about it. Also, didn't realize you were rolling consort. I thought you were rolling sway, but because I have consort as well. But yeah, it's fine. But like if we could, I mean, I have people who would have probably useful information somewhere. But I think I already talked to Salia, like the information broker. to find out that Lissa even had anything in the
Yeah.
first place.
No, we have an engagement. We have a bonus from when you did that
Okay,
last week.
cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that we're good. That's my piece. There we go. I don't know if anybody
Okay.
else has other questions.
I don't. I'm good.
Okay, I guess
Yeah,
we're
I'm good.
ready to murder then.
My
Yeah.
stuff is like planning stuff, so
I feel like what type of job is this going to be?
It's a great question.
Is this going to be an assault?
an assassination.
I think it kind of does fall into assault because, like, we're assuming she's going to be there. Like, the deception has already occurred
Right.
that has led her
Right.
to even be there. And so now
Right.
it's just the question of when do we strike and how do we strike?
I got it. It's a theft. Because that's our thing. We thieve things. We're going to thief her head off of her shoulders.
It's like we're gonna snatch that soul right up.
That's right.
That's how that works.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, theft is not one of the plans. So I
And
think we're still on assault. But you know, when we get experience, maybe we could work one out for that. Maybe we can work that one.
do I have one? I have a question about everyone's load. Does anyone have a spirit bottle?
I was gonna bring one. I think we're on
Okay.
the same path.
Cool.
Well, you decide that later, right? Whichever one of us needs to have the spirit bottle
I didn't know if
Technically,
anyone
we
had
said
it
that.
on their
sheet. Oh,
loadout. Like
Oh yes.
I think
'Cause,
also
like-
we would need a whisper
Oh.
to like use the spirit bottle.
No, I got
suck it
Dana
up like
too.
a
Yeah,
like a
like-
syringe. You can't just
well, like Raj's list has a spirit bottle, and then it has something else. I forget what the name of it is.
My fault. I
a little
I
turkey
don't
baster.
have it. I have a spirit bane. I don't have a spirit
Yeah, spirit
bottle.
bane.
Would it be possible
So
to
she has a fine lightning hook, which is like when dog catchers use like the stick with the loop to try to like corral dogs. It's that, but like electrified with arcane energy to like strap down a ghost to like wrestle it into the bottle.
would
it be better for Raja to go?
I mean that, or could we maybe use like a flashback or something to just have her on standby, like pay some resources to just have her there to do that when the time comes?
I'm cool either way. I can play Raja and have Mirabelle slip out.
I feel like if you're going to have someone on hand, it might make more sense if you were playing Raja.
Okay.
That's
fine. I don't know if we're gonna need to talk this person down because we're gonna gack him.
Sure, this is seems to be a GAC heavy plan.
Yeah, we just lose
So
some.
I have another question then. If it's going to be a GAC heavy plan, which is, does that mean you send Demas or does that mean you send Milos to GAC them?
So like that's a tough one for me because when you count it up body for body, I think Demas has actually killed more people.
Demas is a killer. I mean,
But I
it's
think
legit.
Milos is probably technically better. Maybe. Hold on, let me pull that character sheet up. I'll let you know.
Here's the issue with going with Raja is I have a lot of stuff on Maribel that gives us like additional actions or like 2 times
I think we need
per
to have one
score.
person for support. So I think it's got to be either Raja or Milos.
I think we can have Raja go and Mila.
Wait, am I? Hold on. Do we need to capture the spirit for the payout?
No.
No,
No,
just
this
for
is
us.
just something.
This is just because we suck as like people.
This is
Like,
okay. Right.
petty.
Well, no. We're gonna start our whole fighting league. No, I get it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Because you're
maybe send Demas just for the support because I have the like help twice for no stress. Like I have a lot of support abilities. I think we need at least one person with those on the score.
I'm fine doing Raja.
This is I very much I didn't realize that this was a part of the game. I like this part of the game.
Is this part of the game or are we just making this up?
Well, we have more characters in the roster who may be a better fit for certain things. Like especially once you start getting into like, oh, there's going to be ghosts involved. Well, might want somebody who like literally focuses on that as their core.
Yeah, out of character. I used to do this for Traveler all the time. Right, you
That's
just give
kinda
everybody two
fun.
characters,
Hmm.
and like it solves all kinds of problems. So yeah, I like the idea of us having Raja
It's the
here.
old Ars Magica thing, where it's like everybody has a wizard, and everybody has somebody else who works around like the conclave of wizards.
Oh, neat.
In any
Yeah.
session, only one person's a wizard, and everybody else is
Oh,
like, the stable hand and like the guard's head of the
That's
Let's
guards,
go more about that
that
system.
kind
That
of
sounds
thing.
fun.
that sounds really
Yeah.
fun. We should play that sometime.
I think
Yeah.
the in character of it is probably Demas deciding that it would be best for this switch, and for Maribel ready for like payout to get the payout.
Yeah, because I mean, Milos brings like the whole, what is it? I can just harm people by if they see me, which is like a great thing, right? But doesn't have any of the fun, like help you do stuff kind of things.
I don't have. Maribel doesn't have anything in skirmish or wreck. Like
Right.
I
Yeah.
can shoot a
So,
person, maybe. So
so yeah, I think that makes sense. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
Roster chosen. We've passed the character select screen.
Fancy.
Maribel, you're benched. Roger,
Get out of
in.
here. You did your part. Get out of here.
And that means like XP on 2 sheets for the session.
See.
That's pretty good. It's like a whole other aspect of it.
Oh, and I just read I have Vengeful. This is going to be a crew XP mission as well. We get an extra one because this person is,
See how that goes, because
yeah,
Yeah, we have to.
soft.
she's going to die.
Ohm is soft. We'll see if Ohm lets that happen.
Guess he doesn't have any traumas.
Raja.
Raj is a babe in the
Raja.
woods. We're gonna trauma up Raj real quick. Don't you worry.
She'll be like, "What are we doing? Who's ghost?" And they're
What?
like, "I don't see any ghosts here." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Bang, that one."
That
That
one.
one?
Ah!
So
She's just standing there like this, like just sprayed with blood, like.
He's like, I'm morally opposed to this. Like, this is your job, is to capture this ghost.
Ghost.
I don't think like she's morally opposed to torturing the ghosts,
All right.
which was a thing that we were almost
Witness
going
to.
to do with her around. Yeah.
I
Oh, she
don't-
didn't go. She didn't go to the fry.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
The
fish fry.
The ghost fry.
Oh,
Yeah.
you
The
been to
ghost fry.
crawfish boil? You been to the
Yeah.
Bazo Baz boil last weekend?
You know, she didn't go to that.
It's a regular Fado dough.
Oh God, how many times can Paso Bas die in one campaign? That's
A lot.
We capped it at 2, right? And I
Yeah,
Technically,
well-
we destroyed the hall.
both
Like,
go 3. See,
Yeah,
I
you
feel like that's a
spent
low
2.5.
number. I feel like that's a
2.5.
low number. I feel like we could have done more.
Just
Anyway,
gotta keep letting him go to die again.
are we gonna take a break before?
Yeah, and I think now that we know what our
yeah.
roster is.
We can do engagement when we come back. So,
Yay!
All right,
Alright.
great.
then we will take 10 minutes, and we will be back at
25 past the
hour. Trying to put it in that time zone neutral manner.
3 of us are in central. Everything is central now.
No.
I assert my Eastern Seaboard dominance.
I
because
believe
my
it should
bedtime
be-
hits first.
Where the majority is, because you never know where Casey's gonna be. So.
well, right now I'm in the Eastern because I'm.
Oh, dang!
Got
Oh.
I got.
Oh man, beat you at your own game. Okay, so yeah, I think this is our usual crew. I think everybody has a Legend Keeper at this point. So folks, we were sponsored by Legend Keeper. They're amazing. If you want Legend Keeper, say so in the chat and I'll give you a copy of Legend Keeper. We'll just do it like that today.
This is how we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's great. You should use it for your games and writing projects too.
Yes, it is fantastic. As a world building tool. Okay, so yeah, we'll go to break and we'll come back in 10-ish minutes.
See what
Our
we're
gig.
doing. Button pushed. Hi, how you doing, everybody?
Yeah, let's do this.
Back.
We're gonna go hit this bounty hunter, and we're gonna see if Ohm has an opportunity to try and save her life. I like the eye rolls and the like dead stares. Is like Ohm. Ohm is a person that doesn't want anybody to die. So we'll see how that goes.
If Ohm can express that in the course of the game, Ohm earns XP for it too. So
That's right. Will there be an opportunity for Ohm
And
to
then
make the case?
I get XP for just shooting Ohm down without a second thought.
Right.
Figuratively.
Correct.
Well,
that's it. That's
figuratively.
one of the goals. Like push the crew into like total PvP mayhem.
That's the goal of the game.
That is like eventually, you've been around. You got money. You have like all the special abilities. Yeah, what's left? Let's blow everything up.
Just blow it all up. Hope you got enough stash by the time you get there to not live out the rest of your life in a gutter.
Right.
Yes.
Maybe you get a small apartment that's
Yes.
sparsely furnished.
In Crow's Foot, hopefully, not like Coal Ridge.
If there is a crow's foot by the time we're done.
We blew up part of it and started a fire in another corner, and the Crow's Tower is still standing.
Don't put that fire on us. The fire on the other side of town wasn't our doing.
It was a bomb from the Ghost Bomb plot.
Right, but
That wasn't ours.
not ours.
Not our plot.
We didn't do enough to stop it.
We did the best we could.
we
Took it out at the source.
The fronts progressed to a point where things happened. Yes. Yeah. So let's do as a score, right? Like.
Yeah, let's do this.
I know we were kicking around the options before, and it kind of sounds like the point here is do violence to a target.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to put it that way.
If you want to be, that blunt, yeah.
If you want to tell the truth, then I guess.
That's greatness.
I'm sure we workshop it long enough. We can turn this into like a transport score or something.
We're shuttling her soul to a bottle.
Yeah. The route is from body to bottle.
Yeah. Just the body doesn't know it yet. We have to convince the body through a theft.
And that is a theft of a large volume of blood.
Yes. We're gonna string as many heists types into the one thing that we can. Let's get a Yahtzee of XP.
But it is, I think, an assault, yes. To answer
Yeah,
the question.
I think we were.
Totally.
So the masks, we had talked about having a mask with Ghost's face and Larissa's face, right?
Agreed. Yes.
My thought was to have not have them in the room, but have kind of someone looking like them in this place.
Right. I was wondering if we put those masks on the gutter snipes.
Oh, the poor kids.
Hey,
I don't think
softy.
they're big enough. Like
That's fair.
They're not big enough. That would cross, like, I think, our lines of veils.
No, they're not that young. We put them in danger. And they get beat up.
What's the line, David? What's the line? Is it 13? Is it 16? 18? I don't know. When
Whatever
do
it is,
people
they're
become
over it.
killable?
Whatever it is, they're over it. Okay.
It's not even 13. Can't do that with Stab. Stab's not allowed.
Whatever.
Can we just use a couple not on screen NPCs from our
I mean, it
game?
could also just be like some of us. Like, I don't mind that either.
I kind of like the idea of like maybe we were trying to throw a little mask party in there and we don't tell them that they're wearing the face of these people.
Hey,
Like we have a bunch of
party time.
masks and they're all wearing different faces, and maybe that's what Ohm should have been working on is a mask party.
It's just turning to head very eyes wide shut. And, like we're gonna have to there's veils established for this. Yeah.
Not that kind of party, Mike. That's the after party.
There's a layer to that is worse.
Yeah.
You just killed somebody. Party?
You know what I want to do? I want to get my freak on right now.
In the same room.
Something about this moment just really getting me going. All
It just
right.
gets worse. It just gets. We keep
So
talking
yeah,
about it. It
oh,
gets
Here we
worse.
go.
Yeah.
All right,
Delete.
moving on.
Delete. Would like to
Yes.
delete.
Yes. So X guards all around, and let's figure out our engagement role. So we're doing violence to a target. The detail that we need is the point of attack.
The what?
The point of attack.
The place where supposedly Ghost and Lorena are right,
The
to be
Crimson
picked
Cat.
up.
Yep. So the point is the Crimson Cat on the 23rd at 8:33 Central Dusk Call time. Cool.
I think we do need a few extra bodies in the room, though, for sure, to make it believable and still have everyone able to move and do as they need to do.
They kind of need to appear as prisoners.
Yeah, but then we also need someone there to hand off prisoners, right? Because they're not just going to leave them tied up in chairs in a room. That's not how you do that. Somebody's got to
Could
be
that be
there.
Demas?
Probably one of them.
Wearing Maribel's face.
No,
So okay,
it's
just
Griffith wearing Griffith's face.
an out of character thing.
Yes.
If Maribel's not there,
Layers of this shit.
if Maribel's not there, she doesn't trigger the memory. So she
Oh, yeah.
still won't know what the hell.
She still won't know who set her up. That's bananas.
Mesmerism.
Um,
But
But yeah, we need 2 people to be prisoners. We need presumably 1 or 2 people to be like the people handing them off. And then whoever needs to be outside of the room needs to be outside of the room.
or set up in a sniper's nest or something.
Yeah. So
Engagement roll.
Okay, so we're
Let's
doing
figure that
violence
out.
to the target. Our point of attack is we have this whole deal set up for why she has to come here into the. Sorry, I have lost the name of it again. The Crimson.
It's a cat.
So
Cat.
yes, once she sets foot into the Crimson Cat, then we just flintlock away. Game on. So engagements. 1 die for sheer luck. We have 1 die for consorting before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Who's rolling this engagement?
I kind of feel like this is Ghost.
Oh.
But we can, don't
I
do
think
it.
it's Ghosts. It's Casey's. Go Casey.
Okay.
That
And
went so well last time.
I said
It went
before
so well.
we could have
You
an
know what?
extra
I was
die for
about,
the
I was about to say,
hunting.
I feel like this is Maribel's. I mean, I know she's not here, so I kind of feel like it's Kratz because, like, your character is the one that set this up. You're the one
Okay.
that put all these balls into motion. So Raj gets to roll.
Sure, I'll take the blame for this. That's great.
Yes, please.
Please and thank you.
So we're starting at 2. Okay.
We're at 3 because we did say before you're in your hunting grounds doing this job, so we'll give you an extra die for
That's
that. Right? Like
Good so far.
Mm-hmm.
neighbors are in good standing. You know what's going on. Is the operation bold or daring? Certainly outside your wheelhouse.
I would say
It's
yes.
entrapment and then murder.
Okay.
So
Is
pretty
it
bold.
Yeah. Is it complex or contingent on many factors?
Not really.
I mean, she's just got to be there, right? Like that's really the main factor we're concerned about. Like all the other stuff is just like sort of it'd be nice, but the plan doesn't it's not contingent on those things. I would say it's contingent on her being physically in the spot within range of a gun.
Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
So they definitely. Well, I would say that this is Ghost and his wife are a vulnerability. Like she really wants them really bad and will do things to get them.
Yeah, it is apparently considering showing up to a pretty sketchy meeting. If we're being honest, like that, I would feel kind of sketched out about that description I got. So that seems like she's
5 dice so far.
Let's pump it up.
Yeah. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations? I think
I mean,
bounty hunter walking into obvious trap. counts, right? Like,
Yeah.
this is weird and sketchy, and I recognize it's weird and sketchy, and I'm here because I'm here for a reason. But I know it's weird and sketchy, and I don't play for sketchy.
Mhm.
So, can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for the operation?
They
We got some.
they did, right? Yeah, because we talked. Well, we already got that die, but I did talk to the information broker,
Right. So,
just like our
Well,
bounty.
I talked to Lissa. We talked to Lissa, who gave
And we
us
also
info.
talked to Alyssa, but
um, she's not really providing aid or insight into the operation.
Okay.
Like she's
providing
she's
money.
she's certainly, yeah, like there's a monetary boom to you guys
She's
for
giving us motive.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing.
So
Motive
far,
for
So me
murder.
talking,
We already have
me
the
talking
motive,
to
but
It's true.
Oh, you talking to the dude in the alleyway?
no, well, I was when I was doing my walk around last week. I was talking to the blue coats, Lazo, to get like an understanding of the rifle and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Kind
LaRose.
of the LaRose to kind of let them know that hey, she might be backed by certain people high up in the government. Or would,
I don't know that I feel like that really affects this.
I mean, if anything, it lets us know kind of what she might have at her disposal, and that we should be extra on guard if she has like Imperial rounds.
Right?
Like, what else does she have?
Imperial grenades.
That could be pretty bad.
Yeah,
Hang on, I
I
gotta
read
write
about that
something
life.
down. So we're at 4 dice right now.
Yep.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation? And I think the answer to that is pasta. Right?
Interfering in her own operation. How dare.
Interfering in somebody else, like obviously, like
Yes.
no, come on. See, come walk right in this door. Come on, it's great. Are there other elements that you might want to consider? Lower tier targets, higher tier targets, situations in the district that make the operation more or less tricky.
it's a little less tricky because it's our turf.
We already got a D for that.
Yeah, we already got a die for that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I think three's good. I think three's good.
Yeah, let's quit while we're ahead.
Yep. Is any of the prep work that Griffith and I did counted in all this stuff? It doesn't have to be. That's fine.
You know, I think that I wanted it to be more around informing, making the decision of like what the score is going to be.
Okay. No, that's perfect. That works for me.
If anything, I think maybe something going on in the district that makes it easier is that we have to carry ahead approximately 2 blocks, which doesn't seem too complicated.
That's for the transport score that happens next.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right. Whole other score.
Yeah.
Killer. You have to do
Call it a 3.
downtime actions. The downtime action is
Does
catch your
the
soul.
does this
Then
does
there's
the ghosty
transport mission
mist
taker.
does the ghosty mist influence this in any way? Does it harm us or help us in any way? And this just me as a player
Out
not
of the
really
box,
knowing.
yeah, out of the box, it doesn't really do much of anything unless
Okay.
we want to say like it's causing something to happen. Like, oh, it's causing ghost field interference. So when Raja's got her spirit mask on for dealing with stuff, it's like, gives this extra layer of white noise to everything she's trying to deal with.
Okay. Just making sure. So yeah, I think we're good then. Sounds like it.
All right,
3.
3 dice.
Ooh. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
We are bad at engagement rolls twice
Also,
now.
hey, Mike.
Yes.
When I last played Raja, apparently I took damage. Like one level harm. Do I still have that, or should that just be gone now?
I think Raja has had long enough that even if you follow the like, oh, you tough it out rules, it's gone.
Okay. Thank you.
Man.
What
Here
about my
we
stress?
go.
Let's keep stress where it's at.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll do. Just making sure. Closing Maribel's sheet.
Good times. So she made us. Again, this girl is prepped. All right, I gotta give it to this bounty hunter. She does her homework. She knows her shit.
Just where she made us and how to fix that.
Right.
Yep.
So I think it's like we've set up the Crimson Cat here, right? We're inside. We have the chairs with fake Griffith and fake Lorena, fake Tide. We have Demas here who's like ready to do the thing. We have Griffith back in the shadows with like, his fancy flintlock. His like actually Griffith, I think your weapons aren't flintlocks, like they can fire more than once kind of deal. I do.
Yeah,
Um,
I got a fine pair of pistols and a long rifle and Boz axe gun. I'm heavy, by the way. I'm just gonna let you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
I was gonna
actually,
say, how do you
what
have
does
all those
everyone have the
things?
load?
How do you have all those things without already spending your loadout? I'm normal loadout, by the way.
Okay.
yeah, same.
I kind of wanted Ohm to be outside of the building,
Okay.
masked up with, with voice communications back to someone in the building.
So who has the other end of the the can with string between it?
Yeah, between the three of you, who wants to hear Ohm?
Maybe Demas just for.
Okay.
Maybe that makes sense. But
That works for me. It didn't matter to me either way. I just wanted to know who it was Ohm was going to be talking to.
Where do you want Raja?
close by where we intend to do the deed. Right? Like that needs to be a pretty quick thing, I would imagine. Grabbing a ghost, or maybe do we have to wait around? Like, what is the thing? We don't...
So the spirit wardens usually have to come to take a body because it's like within 24 hours the ghost will come out. And they try to destroy it as soon as possible so that they can try to get there before that happens. I think if you kill somebody and we wanted to say like, oh, but Raj is going to just ghost lasso it and tear it out. At which point I think we will bypass the oh, I'm the spooky uh, uh, spooky ghost separated from my body, but I still think I'm a thing, and go straight to it's feral and angry at that point.
Cool.
I think that's
I
something
like that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
thing. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Do you want me to be masked to be the Griffith's wife?
Can we maybe just have a bunch of potato sacks with cloaks on and masks and stuff? Because I don't think we
Paid
can just have their
actors.
faces. We don't have to have physical people in here necessarily.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
Okay. So
We just want our clothes.
then
I like the potato sack approach. It's fun.
then
Mushroom
outside
sack.
we have Ohm, right?
Yep, somewhere.
And inside we have totally not mannequins, and Demas and where are Raja and Griffith at?
Yeah, I think Raja's just kind of hiding behind something, like behind a crate.
She's inside the Crimson Cat.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And where's Ghost at?
Let's see. Was that where the circle white is? Was that the Crimson Cat's the X, right?
Yeah. The one that's
That was-
circled in white is that's the tallest building kind of in that block where that has high vantage sniper option.
That's what I would have liked to have been at. Is up there. And I was gonna snipe as soon as she showed herself. Type kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, cause I'm looking at my sheet and it's as I get plus effect when hiding and prepared for a position, or +1 die to roll detection. So I was like, cool. I was gonna do that. just to be in like a better position hiding, because we took the time to prep for a sniper place.
Okay. I mean, the thing I want to keep in mind is like splitting up everybody too much and ending up in spots where like they can't see what's going on.
True. Actually, you
Like,
know what?
like
Never mind.
we're trying. The letter was like, go inside this building. It's totally trustworthy, and like,
Yeah, no.
If you want your
I-
Tycherosi prize,
yes.
I tell you what. Actually, I would be in the building, probably masked up and try to be in a very, very dark area of the building, probably in the same room, just waiting.
Okay.
can I go backwards just for a moment when we were talking about which character I was going to play? I think that we would have been smart enough to say that Maribel and Milos and other NPC members of the gang are with Griffith's wife, probably at the Maribel estate or at the Welker estate. Like, sorry, I just had like this vision as a GM myself of
I hadn't thought of that, and you've already thought of it. All right. Okay. Cool.
but I think that gives actually a good explanation to why those characters aren't there too. So
They're on safe house duty. Yeah.
And likely they're trying to keep Larissa busy planning the unicorn recovery, right?
yeah, totally.
You know, like, and Maribel is the perfect person to do that. It's like, oh yes, you need maps, great, here's maps. You know, oh, you want to, let's stay up all night and we'll work on this and be completely genuine with you while we plot the rescue of your horse. Yeah.
And Milos is there being like, we're gonna have to wrestle down a horse thing.
Yeah.
And like, Skinner's like, well, you don't want to grab it behind the poison sacks because it'll just, like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, everybody's like lying in wait. Or you're like, I don't know, like there was like a boarding house across the street, or you like ducked back in like the doorway of that, kind of out of the way, or
Yeah, I mean, I wanted Ohm to be like up in the rafters or just as a button, as a third man, you know,
okay. Do
in
you
a
want to? Is he somewhere in the Crimson Cat?
not in the Crimson Cat, outside for sure,
Okay.
but with
Um.
the mask comms talking with Demas.
Okay.
Um,
Then I think like you could have paid somebody on like that second floor of like the boarding house to be like, here's X amount of money that doesn't actually count as a coin to get this job accomplished.
yeah, you
Um,
want some beef jerky?
yeah,
Here's some beef jerky. Get out of here.
yeah, head out of leave this place and let me hang out on your little tiny balcony here for this next hour, and I'll give you this money. So you can like watch the street and tell everybody what's going on, what's coming up, and like what's going on outside.
Yep.
So yeah, Ohm probably does like, all right, she's coming down the street. Like, you get that shadow from like the door has like glass in it, but it's got like paper plastered over the inside, and there's like not like a full street light outside to cast a shadow, but like you can kind of get that little bit of a shadow, and like the woman walks up, and like you see an umbrella go down, and then like the door, like there's two short wraps on the glass, and the door opens, and in walks Casta. She shakes the rain off of her tricorn hat and has this umbrella that she's holding on to. She sees Demas there with these two people. Um, definitely real, honest to God, living people. Um,
Um, just FYI, I'm always aware of supernatural entities in my presence.
okay. There is definitely something unnatural. It's not like you're getting the idea that like there's a full-on ghost here that's like a person or thing, but like there is something that would like supernatural and conscious.
Before she came in, or when she
As
came
she
in?
comes in. And I think she'll see Demas there and be like, "Good. I see you brought my prize. I'll be taking this now. And she will like twist the handle of the umbrella, and like the handle and the shaft from the umbrella come out. But it is like just the metal shaft from the umbrella, and like the other part like pops open and like lands on the floor, and then all the little strands start to like, and then like charges and like tackles Demas.
It tries to.
Demas, no.
Spider me, I'm a fucking spider. I guess I resist that, right? Like. If it's
Yeah,
an option.
I will play that game of like, it will do harm, or
You
it will do harm, and it will knock you down. Which one are you resisting? So,
You're gonna throw one of those sack of potatoes full of.
we'll resist the harm, because being knocked down is not an issue when somebody further back in the room has a sniper rifle. That's actually probably a plus.
okay.
So I'll take it. Is it like prowess?
Well, it's yeah.
Okay, what do I have for this? I got something for it.
Let's say it was going to do like level 2, like half murdered. Like
okay.
it's a like self-actuated murder thing.
Yeah, so I don't have any bonus dice on this necessarily. Okay. I think I just roll it. I don't think there's any.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
6 stress minus the highest die result, which is a 4, so that's 2 stress.
It's 2 stress, and it comes down to like level 1, like stabity, like
Stabby-teed?
just repeatedly stabbed by like these like little bladed points on like
You're punctured.
Yeah, I like stabby-teed.
the ribs
I think
out of an umbrella. Yeah.
Yeah, stabified, if you will.
And that's when you see her like back there, like tossing back the sides of her duster and having like the big fancy like
Sure.
pistols. Yeah.
I will be taking a shot with my sniper rifle at her head.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting for.
So that's what we'll be doing here.
I also would like to try. I'm across the street. Can I still see her through the door?
I think the door is rapidly closing behind her. Like it probably had one of those things to like, so like it doesn't slam shut.
Right. Perfect.
Which is like why it's not completely closed already, but like your time span to act is limited.
Yep. While it is rapidly closing shut, Ohm's gonna blow dart at her from behind.
Okay.
Because I got a blow dart gun and syringes for free. I don't even spend loadout to do this. I'm just gonna do it.
So I'm guessing hunt, right? Because it's precision shot. Because I'm going for the head. How do headshot mechanics work here?
Just there are no headshot mechanics, so that's cool. I think it actually ends up being if I need to work with the right 20 window. Well, it's hard to do it. The thing I'm trying to come up with is I think I have no idea where that just landed. There it is. It's out in the middle of the canal, so you can't actually see it. And I have the wrong tool selected, so I can't fix it. Delete all that. Okay.
Look at that clock.
All right, let's hunt. I'm guessing this is we're in desperate.
Yes. Based on the engagement roll, all of the actions end up being desperate.
Submit. Because it's fine, it would go to great effect, right? Because I have tough as nails or whatever to already keep it at like a less standard. So it goes from limited to standard.
Okay. So tough as nails is when you take damage.
Uh-huh.
The side effects aren't as bad.
Okay.
And then fine weapons are like when you're attacking with that weapon, it's more effective.
So just keep it as standard, I'm guessing.
Right. Sorry, I forgot you would. Yes. They do end
Okay.
up balancing back out to standard again.
All right. What's Devil's Bargain? I hit link Devil's Bargain on this.
Mm, I think the devil's bargain is you're definitely giving away your position.
Okay.
Like in doing this, like you're going to give away your position and you're going to lose whatever cover you had in the process.
Understood.
Like
I'll
you
take
were
it.
behind a couple of stacked up crates, and like one of them is going to like have to get shoved out of the way. Like there's nothing to hide behind anymore.
Nope. I'll take that. I'll take that. I'm being reckless here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So that is 2 ticks on the kill cast clock.
Come on, cousin Ohm.
And then see, there's still like something else that has to come out of that. It's like a complication, or I need to reduce what I have.
For the 5,
Yeah,
as
because
beyond
it's
just
a
damage,
mixed
yeah.
result.
Right. Guns produce a lot of smoke, right?
Yes.
Flintlocks, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this could be like this room is filling with smoke. It's harder for everybody else to see what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, there's like an additional impairment to everybody else now that they're in here.
Yeah.
Like usually you
Including
don't use a
Costa.
gun this big inside the room.
Right.
Does that include Costa as well?
Maybe.
I mean, I think
It
it's only
should,
fair.
yeah.
Maybe she's supernatural. She sees through smoke. She don't care.
She only uses heat vision.
She's part snake. That's her demonness coming out.
She's got the anti-dazzle upgrades to never mind.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So actually, let me ask you this: would throwing an object or using the blow dart? I need to do a quick skills check. Which one is which? Because I described using the blow dart earlier, but if using the blow dart is hunt, Ohm is not going to use a blow dart gun because I have 0 hunt.
Well, a lot of them kind of intentionally overlap, so you can try to get away with. Oh, this is a thing. Like it's more.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
Hunt says say attack with precision shooting from a distance.
fair. Okay.
Finesse. Finesse not your soul, never striking. Prowl does talk about using ambush with close violence, but neither one of those are like up close and personal.
Yeah, I think I was thinking either wreck or skirmish to throw something off of my bandolier.
Right. So wreck is usually something you do to a thing, not a person.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I can't wreck a guy. Got it. And prowl, I'd have to be super close, like a
Yeah.
backstab.
Skirmish
Okay,
is
got it.
skirmish is another close up one, but it's like skirmish is like we wrestle around on the floor, where prowl is like I sneak up behind you and slip a dagger in your back.
Could that maybe be like the desperate part of it though? Is that is not currently close and has to cross a great distance to like get there? Like, is that sort of like the desperate aspect? Is like the time crunch with distance?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm into that. To make it a, you mean to make it a prowl? So I've got to
Yeah.
like really bust my ass to get over there in time.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Are you
So
okay with
like
that?
any sort of
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, since I'm using prowl and it specifically mentions like backstabs, throat cuts, that kind of stuff, I think Ohm has. I mean, Ohm never fixed their knife, so it's got to be like a blackjack or something like that. That I'm gonna
Okay.
be hitting her with.
is that still applying like the poison or whatever it was
Um,
that you had? Or...
I have just that trance. I have the trance powder just imbued in me, so maybe like when I'm up close, really what I'm doing is hitting her with the trance powder, and so she gets to resist one, either the powder or the damage.
Okay. So I mean, you also have an unusual weapon in your list, which is a curiosity or tool turned into a weapon: a whip, a flail, a hatchet, a shovel, a length of chain. Which kind of sounds like it might be in that range.
Yeah, I wanted the unusual weapon to be their old knife thing, the like spring-loaded knife that I never like really got back and fixed that again. Um, but yeah, I'd be down for um, maybe the unusual weapon is like a hacky sack that like or something like that, that not a hacky sack, but like some kind of like uh malleable ball that releases that trance powder.
Okay. I was gonna say
Um,
if you wanted something improvised, I could see it being like where you're up a little bit and on like the little balcony because you were watching the street. That it's like their little hanging plant pot that you can like grab the chain and like whip it around and just try to crack her in the head with the
I
little
love it. I love it.
stirring pot.
That is definitely an own thing, is to like grab what is immediately there, not even check their own pockets. Like I have now potted
Oh,
plant on
trash.
chain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little mushroom pot, where they like grow portobello or whatever. And it's like, nope.
Yeah.
This tasty
That's
treat's
generous.
going up. Yeah.
That's generous to give portobello mushrooms.
Yeah. So yeah, Ohm is gonna bust over to the other place and smack her upside the head with an unusual weapon, which is now on my sheet. I'm currently holding an unusual weapon. What is my effect on this?
Um.
I feel like she didn't know I was there.
No, she didn't. She wasn't really paying attention to you.
Yep.
Um. I think standard.
Okay. And bonus die. I think that Ohm would probably. I think I'll just push myself here to try and try and really get her with the chain bit, not just the shattering pot, which is not going to do a lot of damage, but the chain itself. So I'm going to add some stress to push myself here.
Okay.
Mostly that's because I can't think of another way for y'all to help me in this regard, right? I mean, I'm on one side of the room, you're all over on the other side of the room. This is like just Ohm, really.
I mean, if you want, I can use my ability to help you and say that we put like a doorstop, like in the door to where it can't close all the way to give you more time. Like that's a thing, because I just have to explain how I plan for it.
Okay.
That could be.
I would be down for that instead of taking the extra stress. I would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. Well, then I'm adding a bonus die and I'm submitting this business.
Hey.
It's a lot of fives.
That is some fives.
Those are like the half crit.
Yeah. There,
How many fives does it take to equal a crit?
yeah.
What's the conversion rate?
Yeah, right. Um,
Okay, so I think yeah, like we do get like leaping down off this little balcony and to like head across the street. I think it's after you crack her in the head with it that you kind of realize that you've landed sideways on your ankle in the process of getting off that balcony coming
yeah.
across.
Yep.
Um, it was desperate, right? So like
It
I
was
don't feel
desperate.
too bad about making that level 2 harm like sprain.
Yeah, can I resist that? Is that resistible?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like very much to resist that. um, so I guess I roll prowess because this is all part of a prowl action. Or
It's a physical thing, yeah. So.
okay, okay. I don't think I need any bonus dice here because it's just a resistance. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna submit this. All right.
Stress.
0 stress, but I do have level 1 harm, right?
Yeah, like level 1, like pinched ankle, something like that. Like it's
Yeah,
it's
rolled ankle.
uncomfortable, but it's not like you cannot walk on it at all.
Sure, yeah. This fight, it's gonna suck. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I've got a rolled ankle. All right, I'm good.
I would like to prepare to yank this lady's spirit out of her body. So first I'm gonna use this round to put my spirit mask on.
Okay. We got you like slipping on your spirit mask. What does Rangy's spirit mask look like? I don't remember if you remember.
Raj's spirit mask is like a highly decorated, many-colored mask. Um, like it was once like white porcelain, but has been completely like colored with special dyes and stuff like that.
Um,
So I think I want to do some violence now, if that's cool with everybody.
okay. Yeah, I think Demas is. Are you on the ground?
So I think like what he did, like the way he took like the falling down, but not as much damage, is that he tried to catch the thing and like use its momentum to like kick it off after he rolled, and so like, he had to hit the ground for that, but it's like it didn't get all the way into like his chest, so he could push.
It's more like
I think
lots of like little pincushion attacks into his chest. And
yeah,
like kind of
uh,
flung
and so I
across the
think
room and like hit the wall.
yeah, and I think like kind of his is like to just keep going with that momentum to get back on his feet, and then like charge in with um some kind of weapons. Can I get close enough to really just mix it up?
Um, I think it's going to be hard for you to get back up over there
Okay.
to do it. Like that's going to complicate things. Um, you can. I think you're kind of like on the floor and you can kind of start like moving that direction to see where she's at and like kind of start to get up and stuff as like the potato people, like the arm, like there's just potato like rolling out of the sleeve,
Yeah.
like what was supposed to be Griffith there.
Um
And there's her like kind of like there's one flintlock that's probably coming your direction and one that's going back towards where Griffith is at.
yeah. Cuz I mean I kind of want to do like a kind of like get the drop on her if I can, like in the chaos, like with so much stuff going on, like kind of evade her to like come around and get her like next time, if that makes sense, like to get into a better position.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I can get all the way to
Um,
her in like one action though, if that makes sense. Because I'd like to kind of like try to
like a prowl kind of thing to.
yeah, like kind of like roll behind some stuff so she loses sight and then just kind of jump out from like some crates that are piled up or something.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. So then we can prowl to try to stealth out
okay.
of where she's paying attention to.
Yeah, and I guess I'll use a blade or two. Like maybe like as he got like his feet under that little spider thing, he like grabbed his like the two daggers that are in his like socks and then they unsheathed as he kicked kind of thing. So it's like a fluid kind of motion. Um, so I'll mark off that blade or two that I've got. And this is a desperate action, is it not?
Yes.
I would imagine. Okay. So that means I get an extra die because of Daredevil. But I get one less die on resistance, which is fine. I'm going to push myself. Does that do effect or does it do dice? Or do you?
You get to choose.
Okay. I will do effect to put me back to standard.
Okay.
Because I would have limited otherwise because my multiple stab wounds.
Lacerations. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I think we'll just take the 3 dice. We'll just do it that way. Did I click it? Did I click the wrong thing? Oh, bonus dice. Bonus dice just appeared. It wasn't there before, but I don't think there's any. Wait, 1 bonus die because of Daredevil.
Yes.
Gotcha. Cool. Roll. Wow, that's impressive. It's all the same number.
That's
What are the
Why does
odds?
this game hate us?
Yeah,
that's a
rough.
whole lot of. Hey, to be fair, it's not the game. It's Roll20. Okay.
That's
I was
right.
Say
That's
Roll20
right.
hates us all the time.
Yep.
Blades in the Dark is our one true game savior, but Roll20 is out to get you. So that's no fun.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty bad.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I
man,
feel
I'm
like
desperate.
that's you have the daggers. You start to like scurry up to your ankle and like start to be like, I can make it to that crate over there, and then she won't be able to see me. I can duck around and like be behind her in no time. And that's when that pistol in her left hand goes off into
Right.
you.
Yeah. Cool. Armor? Is the thing that I have.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that was desperate and bad, and that's probably
Yeah, so that'd be what, like level 3?
yeah.
We'll pop that down to level 2 with some armor, I think is good.
Okay.
Still like not a good bullet wound
No,
though.
still not enjoyable in the slightest.
Mhm.
Have like a metal slug propelled
It's okay.
deep into you.
I
Fix you
typed
up.
in not enjoyable bullet wound because I wanted to be descriptive.
I think
Cool.
yeah, she has these like weird looking guns. So like you can see there's a hole and you're like, oh crap, and then it's like there's blood coming out of the hole and it's not like gushing, but like you have like a flow of blood. And then there's like something that's like luminous and green, like if you opened up like one of those light sticks from Halloween coming out from there too.
That's good. That's good.
Electroplasm.
It's good.
It's healthy.
It's fine. It's all gonna be good in the end. Definitely not causing cancer in the process.
Copacetic even. That is wonderful.
Yes.
What is the other thing, like the spidery thing that was on Timus? What's that thing doing?
Yes. I think like I kind of get this image of like Griffith in one side of the back and Raja in the other side of the back, and like I kind of want to make you guys do like a fortune roll. Where, like it landed nearish one of y'all when Divas came off. So like
Sure, the higher
who has
one.
that thing at their feet? Like
What do you say, Casey? The higher one gets the spider near them?
I don't think the lower one.
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
I think it's the low roll. Yeah.
The less
The low
fortunate.
roll? Okay.
Yes.
The low roll on the
the
fortune
better
roll.
fortune is oh god, it's not on me. Yeah.
How many die do we type in on this one?
Just one.
Just one.
One fortune.
Uh,
I don't know why it gave me 2. I'll
We'll
take
go
the
with your-
lower.
Oh, you rolled with 0 dice.
Oh, so it takes the lowest when you roll with
The
0.
lower of those 2.
Well, sorry. Then here, I'll just do that.
I mean, as
There you go.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Then.
the same thing I was going to say. If you were rolling with one die, then it would have been a 3. Yeah. So yeah, it lands over by Ghost.
What's up, little buddy?
And it answers.
God bless America.
like
I'm gonna shoot it with Bazo Boz's axe gun.
okay.
Home can
It's
rebuild
good.
it.
It's effective. It goes off. It's a thing. Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
I'm guessing hunt, or is this more of a skirmish because it's close? close in?
Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the description here.
An opponent in close combat, hold a position, brawl, or wrestle.
Yeah, Hunt says attack with precision, shooting from a distance, and that's precision and distance. I don't feel like either one of those are in play right now.
Mm-hmm. I want to make it skirmish because I have 0 in rec.
That's fair.
And this thing is autonomous at this point, so I'm counting it as a person.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, no, I mean it's a thing to fight. Yeah. It is an opponent in close combat, yes.
Definitely we're in desperate situations here.
Yes.
Where'd it go? Submit. Standard effect, because
Yeah. Things are dropped and then things are brought back up. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to add it, but I'm gonna take 2 stress here and just add a bonus dice.
Okay.
Oh, come on, just give me a 6.
Yeah, no, can't happen.
Just
Just
Take
one
your
would be
XP.
nice.
That's right. All the desperate actions are an XP. I think. Okay, so I think that's the mixed outcome, not because it does the thing. It's like that thing like writes itself on the floor. You whip around to see it as it like jumps and it jumps into the air and it's flying towards your face and you're just like gun axe and it just like sprays across like debris across the back wall of the Crimson Cat here. But you've turned your back on Costa in doing it.
let's get a
Right.
matching gunshot wound, shall we?
And that's when the other flintlock she's carrying goes off. Yeah.
All right, I would like to resist.
You have armor? You should also use armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
armor. You can use armor, or you can you can use armor or resist, but it's one or the other. But it's up to you.
And do I just roll a resolve, or is there a resist roll?
If you're heavy, you can use heavy armor. If you check all of the boxes up to heavy to reduce it by 2 levels, but that's a lot of load that you're using. But you can do.
I've already used fine rifle and blah blah blah, so I only have 2 armor after that point. Like
Yeah.
I can only.
You only got like 2 options left. Yeah.
So I'm guessing I gotta do resolve, right? That makes sense because
physical, so it's kind of a prowess. It's prowess to resist.
Okay. Prowess. Okay. Just submit it.
Ooh.
Glad I got that. I'm glad I got that 5.
The good news is it's only 1 stress, but it is another level 2 harm for another gunshot wound. And you already got the first gunshot wound still there. And it clears out the progress clock for heal.
Why? I'm gonna cut her head off with this gun axe when we're done. That's exactly what's happening here.
I know that I have my spirit mask on. Can I see her spirit?
You can see that she has the aura of a living thing with like a soul. Yeah.
Cool. Can I rip it out of her body?
I
looked up lightning hook and it doesn't say that it has to be dead.
Oh my god.
So there's a thing in the game called hollows, which are like human beings who have had their souls removed, and it's usually through like an arcane ritual kind of thing. It's not necessarily like just like I blast your soul out of your body, unless there's like some like weird magic weapon that'll do that kind of thing. We'll probably run into that next time. So I kind of feel like that might be. We get to. That's
okay.
You're not scared. You're excited. Your body just doesn't know how to tell the difference.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. I feel like it's premature to be trying to capture her soul.
Oh, I was just trying to kill her. But
Oh, if you want to kill her, you can do all kinds of things, but I don't think they'll let it would be killing her physically, just like regular. No, I mean, if you want to do that by like I choke her to death with a lightning hook, like
That's pretty metal.
it's on the
that's not
table.
as, but that doesn't let me use my attune roll.
I know that's
Okay, I think then I have electroplasma vial in my loadout, and I read that that can stun somebody. That electroplasm can. Yeah, I had to dig for it, Mike, but I did find it.
yeah. No, I'm just I don't
Because I was trying to
know,
figure
know
out
all
what
the
it was.
information. Why is that not listed in?
Oh
Where's
yeah,
it?
why is it not listed on the Ghost
Yeah,
playbook?
it's not.
Oh
It's not
no,
listed in the Whisper playbook.
your Whisper playbook, yeah.
I feel like I'm pushing my luck. It's like, is it in the index? Electroplasm, some
Yes, it's
ammo
on page 67.
with electroplasm ammo. Okay, cool. 67.
Sorry, guys.
You're all good.
No.
Yeah, I mean, if
Save
you want to,
us. Come save us.
the electrical charge is enough to stun a person, but does very little real harm. Several hits might incapacitate a human,
Right. And it says
especially
I
if you're
have
active in ghost fields.
vials of it. So I think I would like to hit her.
Oh, I think that's meant to be vials for collecting electroplasm from ghosts.
Okay. Then I will use arcane implements to do the same thing.
Okay.
Like have prepared in advance.
Yeah, it does have a vial of electroplasm on the, like, already pre-filled on the arcane
Yeah.
implements.
Yeah, designed to break and splatter on impact. So I would like to break a vial of electroplasm on her to try and stun her
Okay.
and not.
Are you trying to check it at her from across the room?
I know we just had this conversation. My finesse and my prowl are equal, so I think that I'm gonna try and run up and hit her with it, so that she will stop shooting at people far away.
And so you don't actually throw it on Demas or Ohm, right?
That is a concern, yes.
Because this is all desperate. And if you don't roll a 6, one of us catches a bit of it.
Yeah. Or I take myself out with it.
Oh,
so
right.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try and like hit her with the vial, like run
Okay.
up and like ban it on her.
Yeah, I mean that it shouldn't be hard to get it to break once it's there, because like you can see that like when she flops that duster out to the side and pulls out the like big ass like pistols, she's got like one of those like metal breastplates that she's wearing. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
like you just gotta whack it against that and that little vial. That's shatter.
Okay.
And conduct whatever electricity goes on, right?
Right. So prowl? Yeah, ambush with close violence. Sounds about right. Desperate.
Yep.
Effect.
Standard.
Okay. Devil's bargain. I get a bit on myself.
I was thinking Devil's Bargain. She's not gonna get a shot off on you, but like she's gonna like clock you with one of the guns. I could
regardless of
go
if
ahead
I
with it.
succeed or not.
Good point.
I mean, it could be that she turns on me since I'm right there.
Yeah, let's go with that, right? Like she saw Griffith kind of take a knee in the back, so she's like, and there's smoke, so like she's not sure if like Griffith may be done, probably not. But there's somebody in my face like smashing things on me, and that's
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're so gonna die.
I stunned myself. I played myself.
Oh my god, we're so gonna die.
I think you take the vial and you start to get up there and you get close to her and like she catches sight of you. So it's not that like, oh, you get it on yourself. It's like as you get in close enough, you're like, like start to make that swing to smash it. That like she grabs the front of your shirt and just like just headbutts you.
No. Poor Raja, no.
Like she ends up dropping like one of those pistols to do it.
Well,
Because
that's good.
she will grab you, she will headbutt you. And
It's
like
not
in that
ladylike.
process you drop the vial and like rolls like right across the room kind of deal. Like it rolls like out of reach, right? Like, we get to have that like everybody is struggling to try to get to it first if we want to go for it again.
Okay.
But that's I don't know what's
I'd like to
broken.
resist whatever damage you're about to throw at me.
Right?
I was gonna say what damage is like a half shattered spirit mask and like maybe a broken nose. Like,
Um. I mean,
I mean,
think
it's not a bullet in your gut, so
so maybe that's it. Maybe that is the like it the mask takes a fair amount of the impact because like a broken nose isn't something that's going to incapacitate you, right? And that's
Right.
level 3 harm. So it's like it shatters the mask and it's level 2 harm broken nose,
And then resist.
which you can resist down to like level 1 like dislocated.
I'd really like to resist the mask breaking.
I feel her.
Do you want to keep do you want the mask to survive and it's like the nose
Yeah.
to be what goes?
Yes.
Okay.
So, prowess or resolve?
That's a great question. Like resolve to take the punishment, but save the mask.
I mean,
it would be a
yeah.
willpower thing, right? To try to protect the mask with your flesh.
As opposed to your face, right? Yeah, like when something is coming for your face, the instinct is to not let that happen under any circumstance.
Right, but I need the mask. Like,
Totally.
Yeah.
need it.
Maybe like turning your head to where you get like clocked in the side of the head, which probably hurts worse. Guess that maybe some cauliflower ear going on. Maybe like just a concussion at that point.
Oh yeah,
Right.
like a dazed or concussed or something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Still could be level 3, but just like, you know, it's
Yeah.
not because for it to not touch the mask, it can't be the front of the face to save.
Yeah,
the
but if you
mask.
hit someone at the temple, like, yeah, that's.
I feel like everybody else was arguing for more harm than I was going to do to begin with. Like,
I just want
let me ask: was the mask going to continue to function?
I don't think Rajik cares.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, Rajik needs it to work, but also. So may I resolve it, Mike?
It's more harm, but no like loss of equipment.
Yeah.
So I think it balances out, right? So
yeah. So is that level 3 harm concussed?
that I then resist.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Fuck me.
Ow.
How much space you got left?
Not that much.
Oh,
my goodness.
So
Welcome
yes,
to Trauma Town.
Raja, we'll do the level 2 broken nose. The mask is still intact,
Broken nose
but
or concussed?
it was concussed. You bring it down to broken nose by doing the resist, right? So regardless, it does that. You're trading a level of harm for stress, and in this case, you're trading a level of harm for 5 stress, which sucks. So yes, broken nose, and then yeah, like it's not that like you're totally knocked unconscious, but like you are definitely dazed and like you are out of action through the end of the scene because we do the like you feel the stress meter and you pick a trauma and you're out of action until the end of the scene.
Oh, right, that's true. Okay,
So,
cool
Yeah.
beans. Sorry, guys.
so yeah, Raja's like rolling on the floor with like blood coming out from underneath the mask at the bottom. I'm gonna do.
Sorry, guys.
shall I
No.
or shall
s-
you
so-
here?
So Ohm has been quiet for a minute.
But it was still something towards the kill cast clock, so it still gets ringed.
Yep.
Yeah, do the fails on these like still do 1 tick, or are they sometimes no ticks?
I think the fails. I think this is the first time there was a fail trying to actually deal with her.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Griffith had his fail, that was actually like he was trying to mess with
The umbrella.
the spider umbrella
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then mine was trying to ambush her, but I guess that was probably I got stopped before I could even do anything remotely useful. So
So help me understand the scene real quick. I have her in front of me. She is just headbutt our whisperer and
Yes,
whispers on the
she
ground.
has fired around into Demas, fired around into Griffith, dropped the one that she fired into Demas out of her left hand, grabbed Raja, headbutted her. Raja's down on the ground. She still has one pistol in hand. Um,
But it's
I
a
wish I,
flintlock.
well, I wish I had thought to like find the right picture. It's not a flintlock.
It's one of those little pepper box guns or something like that that has a couple of.
No, it's a revolver, but it rotates the wrong direction, and I don't know how to describe it right besides that. And I have pictures because it's literally a type of gun that was built at one point.
is the one where like the barrels revolve
No,
or
it
something
is.
like that? Because I've seen those.
There's the handle, and there's the barrel, and I'm off camera. And in the middle here, between the two, is where like you put in shells and it rotates, but it's a horizontal ring that rotates
Oh,
the
okay.
other direction.
I know what you're talking about.
And I wish I could remember the name of the type of gun off
It's
the
more
top
like
of
a
my
flick
head.
to the side to reload more than like a pull back the hammer kind of sitch.
Yeah.
Because it like
Um,
turns. Yeah.
That's wrong. I love it. Okay, I think that Ohm would try and transpowder this girl. I mean, like, try and like use my venomous nature, exude the transpowder, or the effects of the transpowder, and try and take her down, or at the very least, get her to stop acting, for us to collect ourselves because we are way in over our heads at this point. Um, so, under venomous, if I just alert this real quick, I have transpowder as the thing I'm immune to, and I can push myself to secrete it through my skin or saliva or exhale it as a vapor. So I feel like we've kind of discussed before that they like that they that it can secrete out of the neck stalks that hold up Ohm's head, right?
Mhm.
And so I feel like Ohm would run their hand through here to collect a bunch, and then just like put it like over her, over her nose and mouth, and just try and stay behind her, grabbing on in like a rear naked grab, but instead of a chokehold, it's over the mouth and nose to try and get her to inhale as much of the stuff as I can.
Okay. So you're getting up close and personal.
Yeah, if I could, and I'd like to keep that as a prowl if at all possible. So instead of a backstab, I'm like back grab.
Yes. I found my picture. Um, yeah. So Prowl will get you there.
Okay.
There's still a lot going on. She's doing a lot of moving. I still kind of feel like it might be a desperate move.
Okay.
I certainly
No,
don't feel like. Well,
that's fair. Because I mean, if I screw this up, she can hurt me. Absolutely.
I'm
And that
not
makes
super hardcore on it is a desperate move. Like it just seems like something that
no. This is fair. Like Ohm is not a combat character, right? This is Ohm's acting in desperation, seeing our tides turning against us, and is like, I got to do something out of the box to solve this problem.
well,
could the fact that she's distracted maybe just be like extra effect instead of like
one is like she's distracted. There's other stuff going on. There's smoke in the room. There's she's just headbutted somebody that has some sort of effect on him. But
so
also
that goes
like
both ways.
yeah, but also like desperate, like the rebound off desperate is pretty high, and I don't necessarily feel like the rebound off doing this is that high,
So risky.
right? So risky, yeah.
Okay. Risky for the bisky. Would normally my effect be great, is what you were saying earlier? Because of how distracted she is and all that kind of stuff? Or is it that my risk is down a notch because she's so distracted?
I think it's that the risk is being
Okay.
changed out here.
I personally, I've already got damage that's reducing my effect. I would rather keep it at desperate. Maybe I'm using both my hands. I'm really overexposing myself here. To keep the effect, instead of going down to limited, getting it back up to standard. Is that a fair trade?
So one, if you want to make the trade, yeah, we can. Two is you
It can
can
also help
push
you again.
you can push yourself for effect instead of dice.
Oh,
I think, but they already had to push themselves to use the poison anyway
right.
because it's one of those abilities. So I don't think they
Yeah.
can push themselves again.
Yeah, I have to push. I have to get too stressed to get this. To secrete the venom from my body violently.
Okay.
Um,
I could use my helping thing again.
to maybe move me up to a standard effect kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think the help is like Demas kicking like one of the chairs that now has like very little weight on it because all the potatoes have fallen out, like just into her so that she's like kind of bent over, and then kind of just
Gets all up in
get
there.
her, yeah, get her washed down.
Okay.
Because I've just been like shot and put like Demas is like still trying to stand up all the way. It's like,
Yeah.
Ethan's greatest enemy.
Does that work for you, Mike?
standing.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not going to get any bonus dice because I've already pushed myself and I've got help from Demas to make my effect back up to standard.
Yep.
All right, cool. Let's do this. Oh man. All right.
Hey, but hey, a 5 on risky is pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Or it's better than a 5 on desperate.
This is very true.
So I think with the trance powder, she has to resist because I'm not doing damage. She has to resist to not be entranced by it.
Yeah, that's the ones that- Transponder. 226.
I mean, it just says they retreat into a calm, suggestible mental state similar to hypnotism. There's no like NPCs don't really roll things.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's
Oh,
game,
okay.
So it's just like it happens. It's just the mixed success can be what it did.
Okay, so she's entranced, but there's something else that happens that's negative here. Okay.
Or even maybe it's just not quite as effective again because
Yeah, like it's enough to like interfere and distract her more. And like, oh, why are there all these little birds flying around the room? But it's not like I have stopped paying attention to the fact that I am here to kill people. These little birds, they keep circling around you. That's how I know where to shoot. Right?
Okay.
Now she just sounds drunk. And she doesn't, and that's how I know how to shoot you. Okay, so we still get blow back from that. And you're immune to trans powder.
I am.
Okay.
But no one else around me is.
Hey man, this is your consequences. Don't push that on me. No one else around me. Sorry, that sounds like consequences for other people.
We've had this problem before. We probably got past it.
Oh man.
I think maybe that chair just gets kicked and like just it catches like the ankle.
Oh yeah. Damn.
Hey,
Okay.
but it was so helpful.
Yeah.
It was incredibly helpful. It got me 2 things instead of 1 thing.
Yes.
So that's okay.
So I think that's it's risky as a person. That does like level 1 of the name that I can't think of, and I assume you're probably going to resist.
I will use armor
Okay.
to slough that off.
So yes, anonymous level 1 harm goes.
Okay.
Ignored.
Okay. I'm wearing my shin guards today because there's gonna be a.
Cloudy with a chance of ankle biters.
That's right. Yeah.
I think I kind of want to finish this deal if we're cool with that, because I'm kind of poised maybe to strike in this moment. It seems to be kind of the thing I do. Is to finish the job.
Finish him. Her.
Yeah,
man,
and I
this
think
is the same. This is the same order with Bazobaz, as I ran in there with my trans powder.
This is like our thing that we do.
You two do.
Well, we.
Yep.
So is Demas going to be the one to do this, or do we let Griffith try to get that final shot off on him, chasing him down for the whole campaign?
I mean, I would appreciate it if I could have one final shot at it.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be the piece de la resistance if you miss and Demon's just like, fuck this shit.
Well, do you? Yeah, that's kind of the question. It's like, do you want the final tick on the clock, or even though she gets the final tick on the clock and she goes down, do you want to have your like, whip?
I think in this moment, real quick, Ohm is telling Demas, "Don't do it. Last time you went to prison for a long time. It's not worth it."
I don't want you out of house again.
You're so soft.
No, I do. I want to do it because I got vicious in me.
Well, Ohm is talking to Demas because I can see Demas. There's too much smoke for me to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise, there's maybe too much smoke for you to take that shot safely without hitting your cousin.
Oh, David's
done,
true
done.
motive.
So we're just gonna wrap up reckless in this also. I'm taking the shot.
Do it.
Hunt. I'm gonna use a fine pair of pistols.
Keep the face identifiable, please.
Oh, I'm chopping her head off
Just
with the
gotta
axe
keep it
after
fine.
this.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if that bullet hits the wrong part, it's going to be dubious.
Yeah, the whole face thing that we're
is.
doing here is going to be ruined. So yeah, don't do that.
No, don't worry. We have the tricorn hat as well.
Look,
Where
man,
we at,
Milos has a
Risky?
tricorn hat. I don't know.
Where we at, Risky, Controlled?
I still kind of feel like it's desperate.
And there's smoke.
Maybe
It's very
there's
atmospheric.
Sure.
there's a lot
Okay.
there's a lot of motion still going on with like like jumping her and then like no Demas, don't wait. Um, like there's a lot of people moving around in here. Yeah.
All right. Fine moves it up to standard.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, the devil's bargain is I hit one of them, right?
Hefty devil's bargain, my friend.
Well, I mean,
Remember, the devil's bargain is what happens regardless of what you
Yeah.
oh well, then never mind. I don't want that. What you got for me, Mike?
Also, can we keep these consequences within our own bubble, please? These consequences for failure.
Hey.
Somebody has to
Mine
take
affected
part
me.
here. Make it them. Yeah.
Mine
Yeah,
affected
everybody take
me.
your own consequences, please.
You can definitely peg her with a headshot, but it's gonna be like enough damage to the face that they'll be like, well, we can pretty much tell this is her, but like this ain't 6 way more.
Fine, I'll just push myself.
Tina's
We
being
can't
so
do it.
pissed that you lose that money.
It's like
Ohm's gonna be pissed to lose the face.
Ooh, did you hear that? Did you hear his tone? Oh my!
thank you, God. Oh,
The 5 is good. The 5 is
There were
good.
so many 2s and 3s and 1s in there. That is such sketch roll. That is
You
so
mean one of each,
sketch.
Stephen?
That is so sketch.
What is with our dice tonight?
die, bitch, die.
Hey now. Is that kind of a game?
Yeah.
Um,
It is.
yeah, like we get like you like climbing back up, like limping your way back up after taking that shot before, pulling the fine pistol, like, and her just like. I think she had the other pistol, and like Demas and Ohm were like there in front of her, and Ohm had just like messed with her, so she was like probably like starting to aim at Ohm.
Yeah.
Before she goes, I want to reveal my take my mask off, and I'll be like, your biggest mistake was messing with my family.
I think yeah, you rise up through the thing, you pull off the mask, you see her like going to take the shot at Ohm, your greatest mistake, and then she kind of like hears the voice, realizes who is saying it, turns to face you, and that's when like between the eyes, right?
Yep.
No, we were not trying to do that.
It's
Or were
small,
you?
it's little boy, like just
That's
Does
true.
that,
He
okay,
didn't.
does
He
that
didn't
mess
succeed.
up the face? Does that mess up the face capture?
the
Like,
entry
could
wound
she
is small, the exit wound is the big one.
could she still unlock her phone? The question. If the answer is yes, we're good.
If I can unlock my phone with or without my glasses on, then she
It's surely the little hole in the hell we
I
find.
won't
You
walk it around.
guys. You guys.
And there should be a complication from it, and I can't think of one, and it's like it's the end of the score anyway.
I
To
think that is the
me,
complication.
yeah,
like,
that it was a headshot. That's the complication. That means
Is
that
for
like
Ohm.
when Ohm captures the mask, it's always gonna have that stupid red
Oh,
dot
it's
in the middle
perpetually
of it.
going to be like
Yeah,
have
it's
that
going
like
to, yeah, it's going to always have this obviously like marked thing.
See, maybe on the mask though, it looks like it's decorative or something. Like
just a mark.
be a cultural
Cultural thing,
thing.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, she's Tyke Rosie, so.
There you go.
But yeah, like her fangs are intact. She's like, yeah, she lets out a final gasp in her awkward Eastern European
Bleh.
type of an Like kind of like slumps over backwards onto the floor.
Already having their hands on her, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cradle-
Oma's like right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Realizing that their hand was here and the bullet went there, and thinking that they still have all their fingers, cradles her to the ground, right? And immediately digs into their like little sack of goodies and pulls out a makeup kit, some subterfuge supplies to dress this business before I put a mask on that face.
Maribel is so proud.
I feel like it still picks up the messed up thing. Like it doesn't pick up like the picture of what it looks like. It pictures like the true face.
Oh, okay. Dang. All right, fair enough. That's
Like
fair. That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
that's your complication, right? Like that's
All right.
But I see obsessive mind doing that though. Like
must be
we're gonna
perfect.
fix it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. It's
yes.
fine. We'll fix it.
Just put a. It's like Casey's hoisted. Just put a band-aid over it. It's fine.
So then like we do also like get like Raja like coming back up like checking the mask. It's like so
Yeah. Raja's like on her
what's
knees,
Raja's
rocking back
trauma?
and
Yeah.
obsessed. Raja's like on her knees, rocking back and forth, making sure that her spirit mask is still functioning, like checking it over and over and over again. And like bleeding from the nose and not really paying attention to that at all.
Yeah, your
I
nose
think
is like kind of
Demas.
off on an angle, and like there's just like trails down your face, and
Mhm.
yeah,
I think Demas
the
just kind of
mask is
walks
important.
over and grabs her by like the collar and pulls her to her feet and says, "Get the ghost."
Yes, sir. And she's still kind of rocking.
And then it's
But
probably nodding towards Ghost to get the axe.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already there, and he's just tapping his foot. He's like, "Are you finished, cuz? You finished, cousin?"
Um, one moment. It does take a minute, and we see as the mask, the inky blackness like shifts and contorts as it like begins to emerge her face, and you can see that it does change, right? So it like captures a face, and then the face like morphs as it like adjusts to the fact that this is a dead face, maybe. Um, and looks at it and just kind of gives this heavy sigh and says, "Okay, it's done," and then I'll take it off.
Also, the bell still goes off, right? It's just there's no crows.
Yes. I think there should have probably been a scene before where like Larissa was Lorena.
Lorena.
Lorena. I'll get it too. Yeah. Like her at like Welker Manor, like doing like a mark of blood on like everybody's foreheads to be like they won't be able to spot you anymore. So like yeah, the bell goes off, but like you may hear crows like in the neighborhood, but like they never come here. Like they're lost trying to find things.
can I wrangle this spirit into a spirit bottle?
Yes. Since there's no real concern around like we're trying to do it gently so that it's not going to be evil or anything. Like you can just do it if you want.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be careful about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna be careful about it in the beginning, so.
Didn't. Yeah, that's kind of what I remembered.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll
So then
hand
you're
it
able
off
to.
to Demas though.
I'll just kind of toss it a couple times and put it in his bag. Okay. Feel the weight of it, right? Just
Good
like
weight.
Yeah.
this one's good. I feel good about this one.
I think as you step out into the like when you do leave the building,
With the
and there's like
bowling ball bag.
that weird fog, like it does kind of like feel like it like crackles a bit around you, but then for a second, and then kind of fades. But yes, the bowling bag you brought with you. One stress for that flashback to get it.
Actually, can I be the one that goes with you and holds it?
I was gonna
Yeah.
offer.
Yeah.
Raja's a bit lost, so someone should maybe.
Will take care of Raja.
Okay.
and will safely escort her back to the lair, and try and help. Right. I mean, Ohm has been through this specifically in this kind of moment before, and we'll speak with her as well as Ohm can.
Okay. Yeah, she's just worried about her mask, so she's probably egging you on to help in some way.
Yeah. Ohm talks about, I've fear not, I have the finest adhesives from the deadliest of whales. The fat has been rendered 1,000 times. Your mask will be fully restored. I don't see a mark on it now, but we will do a deep inspection. And all of that is good things.
Yeah, she'll just keep nodding. So.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, do you guys just like drop, go back to the middle of that bar? Like, yeah, we'll have a drink. Oh,
Oh,
I mean, if
I
that's
will
where
be.
she is,
That's where she's at. Then yeah.
then that's
that's
what
where she's
happened.
hanging out. Yeah.
Dina certainly isn't bothered.
Griffith isn't. If anything, he comes walking in, still with blood dripping down, and be like, 6 coins, like we agreed, and just drops the bag in the middle of the table. Not amused, deadly serious.
Yeah,
She
then
will
Demas will
like,
just be kind of flipping the little spiders, just kind of crawling over his fingers the whole time they're having that conversation about payment. Just
she will like look in the bag, see Casta staring back at her, and just smile, like zip it back up and be like, yes, money well spent. Pleasure doing business with you all. Like sends the dude to like fetch the coin, and like he comes back with like bagged.
I would
Hand
have
over to
definitely
you.
collected all of her weapons that she had on her.
Okay.
At least the pistols.
it's what
Okay.
Ghost does: collect
I'll
weapons.
Yeah.
He collects
Ghost.
notable weapons.
Benton.
Yeah, it's what
And-
Casey does.
What I do. It's what I do. It's a thing. Don't
Fair
give me
point, fair
cool
point.
weapons. I was like, it's what I do.
But I love it. I love it in this game because it's just like checkbox. Do you have it with you? No. Oh, okay. Oh, I do have it with me. Awesome. Cool.
I was gonna have it with me until I needed the armor instead. But,
Right. Exactly.
yeah, then Lissa will be like, pleasure doing business with you. Like, shake hand with Demas, and like the things will undo. They'll pass off the bag full of like all this coin, and end credits roll.
One last thing. I would love to have a brief shot of Ohm gathering that umbrella and spider thingy. If the spider thingy is still like grabbable. If it
It's
like runs
it's
out of energy at some point.
mostly broken metal and
Yeah.
like fabric that's been like blown through and scorched.
That whole
Maybe
gadget,
it's
whatever
not.
that was, Sparkcraft, gadgety thing, Ohm would want to study that.
Sounds
Okay.
like a tinkery thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he can take the remains of that. Take a look at.
Okay.
Otherwise, another successful score.
Ooh.
No stress. Easy. Went exactly to plan. Loving it.
This is exactly what Maribel had in mind.
Yes. So let's get everybody XP. Let's like do stuff.
Feeling good. I think I'm gonna level up again.
And Casta is how do you spell her name again?
Casta.
Okay.
The crew earns 2 rep per score by default. If the target is a higher tier, take +1 rep. She doesn't really have a tier of her. That's 2 rep.
She notorious in her own right, because that might be worth.
Sure.
Well, that's a high-profile target or something, which I don't. I think that's a heat thing, but
Yeah, if we want to take an extra hit of rep here for the, then we can do that. Crew sheet. That is 3. The crew is 2 away from moving up to tier 3.
Mhm.
which
A month,
I'm gonna have to do the math. Yeah, because that's gonna be expensive.
We have full vaults. I think we'll get there. We'll get there when we talk about
Yeah.
money. But
You got 6 coin from the score.
I
I'm
think
not
could we
sure
just
how
maybe
we want
put
to
all
split it
that in
up.
the crew stuff?
Yeah.
Like all 6 of it, because we're
Yeah.
about to have to tier up.
Yeah, Ohm has coins, so I don't need any coins.
I'll
Yeah.
pop that in there.
Can I get 1 coin so I can get healed up?
Well, we're gonna get paid too.
Oh.
Like,
oh.
I believe, right? Like as a mechanic,
Because
we get
score
paid,
money,
right?
or is that the score money?
I was counting that as the score money.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
Hey,
can heal
I
you.
thought-
I can. Oh, I see. You need an extra action to do more healing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Both Ethan and I can provide an extra action. Right?
Oh,
I thought Ethan could do it.
No,
I can do it.
think
Ohm can do it.
Owen can do it. So
oh, never mind then.
no coin for
if you do end up needing it, you can have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That like I'm not gonna play that game of like no, you have to hoard all the coin, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So as you undertook an action on turf that is owned by the Red Sashes, do you pay them a tithe?
Yeah.
They will expect tier +1 for 3.
Wait,
So
what?
let's.
I
What?
thought it was just 1 coin.
I know. It is tier +1 if you pay a tithe to a ward boss or larger organization. So
Bigger the
time out then.
tiers, bigger the business.
Let's do say that the coin from Lisa was an extra thing. There is
Okay.
also money to be had from once we pop her fancy breastplate and
Mhm.
fancy leather.
You know,
Sell off
maybe-
her guns and the
Yeah.
tech and all that kind of stuff.
I
Sure.
mean, I'm sure most of what was left can get its money somewhere.
Yeah.
Did she have a rifle also?
Yeah, she had
Because
that. She had that
Not
sniper
with
rifle.
her.
Ooh.
I mean, she was. There's no point in taking a sniper rifle into a building, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Who would shoot a sniper rifle in a building?
David.
did it get half the clock? That's all I'm saying. It got half the clock. Good, sir.
That was a fine rifle, not a sniper rifle. So.
Okay, fair enough.
So was this aside from doing the thing for Alyssa, is this a small job, a standard score, a minor job?
Maybe like standard. Like she was a formidable opponent.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, a standard score with decent loot is 6 coin.
Oh.
And 6 from Lissa being ecstatic to buy her head. So
And then we lose 3.
Yeah,
right. So
let's
there's
just
three,
take that
3 more
hit
to
off the
distribute
top.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So that 3 can go in the vaults for the crew. That can go in.
How much is it going to cost to advance in tier?
That's what I was trying not to do math right now, but yes.
I can look, Mike. You can keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's like once we hit that level, I'm cool. Just
I mean, the good news is that it's divided in half because you have a patron. So, but it's
is
still
it tier times 4?
I don't remember if it's
Something-
tier times 4 or if it's tier plus something. That's why.
I'll look it up when we keep going.
Yeah, let's just keep going.
Oh, it's on the Yeah, let's keep going for here. It's on like the printed version sheets, I think.
What are we asking about? I'm sorry.
How much money it costs to go
for the crew to go up and tier?
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, after the score. Heat. Did that go smooth and quiet? Was it contained? Was it loud and chaotic? Or was it wild and devastating?
It was contained. We had a lot of gunfire, so but it's all in one room.
Yeah, it was all yeah.
It was physically contained. Okay.
Oh, it's tier times 8. The new tier times 8, so it'd be 24 divided in half to 12.
Well, we almost have that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8. Yeah,
We have 11.
there's 11 in the crew. So.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
11 if nobody gets individual payouts. I'm cool with people taking 1 or 2 from them because we need to do another score, and we'll probably make the rest of that in that score.
I mean, I have the coin to put us at 12.
But we can't
We can't
advance yet.
do it
so
until you fill the rep meter, and we're gonna have to do another.
Oh,
score.
okay. Gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Okay, so contained is 2 heat. Is the argument here she was high profile or well connected? Because she's connected to somebody.
I think she's connected to somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
There's more.
+1. That's the
Okay.
big heat.
Yep.
We don't have the killing penalty anymore, so it's
Just get rid of that.
yeah.
Kill who we want.
Yes.
We need to collect ghosts, so this is good. We need to collect the ghosts for our business.
Yeah.
When did this become our business? Like
When
it
we
was just
decided-
a conversation.
When we were like-
this was Demas and Ohm's drunken conversation.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right,
This
right.
was once the masks are done. What are we gonna do?
Right, Ghost Fight Club.
Whole
that
fighting
was-
ring. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole fighting ring. That's right.
You fight for your freedom.
Place your
Maybe.
bets. Well, they're fighting for their freedom.
They're fighting for
But
their
we are charging cover and getting, the house gets its cut of the bets, right?
Yeah.
So
And refreshments.
and refreshments, right? Yeah, and security. You got to pay the security deposit. It's a whole thing.
Grell. The funny thing is, if you talk about this like at Welcome, Grell is already lining up to invest.
Demas will definitely take Grell's money.
No.
It's not worth anything.
Thing is that
so-
Grell's money is already all owed to Master Reed, who owns the Hound racetrack.
Yeah, but if I have it in my hands, then it's mine. I don't care. That's Grell's problem. That's not my problem.
Okay, I need to get 2 of y'all to roll a 0 die fortune roll.
Man,
Or
I've been rolling so
complaints.
well tonight. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll 1.
I'll do the other one because why not?
6 and a 3.
3 to 6.
and a 3.
Okay, so it's a 3 and a 3.
3.
Well done.
We did it.
We were given a choice, and the choice we got was no choice. We are pretty high up in heat, though.
Yeah, we're like halfway.
As we do.
Oh, we have 5. Okay, so I don't think we're in the bad times yet.
In the bad times, yeah.
No. We're in questioning. The Bluecoats grab an NPC member of your crew or one of the crew's contacts, question them about your crimes. Who do the Bluecoats think is most vulnerable?
Ghost.
It's NPC.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. Who could just be like caught around? Like around. Who hangs out around Crowsfoot that would get picked up and like, hey, we heard some stuff going on. Like,
I mean, honestly, any of our gutter snipes get picked up.
yeah.
That's
what I was
Our
thinking, too.
our tinkerer, she could get picked up. I mean,
The
Like,
old man that I gave silver could get picked up.
everybody, everything we have is in here. So they could have all gotten picked up.
Yeah. So like maybe a gutter snipe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be my cohort, Samira.
Okay. So make a fortune roll to find out how much they talk, or pay the Bluecoats off with 2 coin.
I say we pay them 2 coin.
So I know I'm the one that said this, but Maribel would step in and not let them do that to her slide. So Maribel will pay it off.
Okay. Hands off my apprentice, boys.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Okay.
One day she will learn to take a beating, but not this
Any
day.
day now, she's gonna start to pay off. Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of after the score stuff except for downtime, which we'll do next time. So the crew. Did you execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation?
No, it was an assault mission.
Espionage. was espionage. It was spy stuff.
We stole someone's life.
There
as
was
we
some lying about where they were going.
I mean, we really did steal someone's ghost.
And
You established a mystery about where she was supposed to be going to do this thing.
And like the ghost thing is kind of like that is something that we would not have had without actual effort to do so.
Yeah.
So I think that's a theft because we have a thing that we didn't have before that I don't think Casta was super jazzed to just give us.
Her soul.
Here, take my soul. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Did you contend with challenges above your current station?
I think we
It
Felt
turned
like it,
into
but I
that.
don't think it was.
You don't think it was?
I think it only felt like it because we were in such a bad position.
Yeah. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one?
Kind
I
of
think
We
it's
sad.
savvy.
bolster it because like we talked with other people in like we talked with whatever her name is with crows. So.
Listen. Okay.
Yeah, we did all
Plus one die for that.
we did all the pre-work. Like we actually did our homework this time instead of just like doing it, which is pretty great.
It still fucked us up.
Yeah.
Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew?
I think a couple times.
A few times, yeah.
Okay. Tech 2 for that. Yes. Exactly. Okay, so for individual characters, Ghost, did you address a challenge with tracking your violence?
Nah.
A few
Yeah,
times.
just like
Yeah.
baked her a cake. I think you hit that at least twice for 2 XP.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Did you address a challenge with technical skill or mayhem?
I feel like I did.
Mayhem is definitely on the table.
Yeah.
I think you're in the head with this. Cool. Did you do it once or did you do it more than once?
Oh, good question. I mean, after the score was kind of wrapping up, I did some more technical skill, but like during the actual score, I just did the one thing, I think. So I don't know if like immediately after she died, if that also counts.
Well, it wasn't necessarily addressing a challenge.
It's true. Okay. Okay, I'll take the one.
So
I'm happy with
that,
one.
that one. Okay. The Maribel, did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yes, influence.
Okay. That's an XP for Maribel.
Mm-hmm.
Demas, did you address a challenge with calculation or conspiracy?
I think I conspired to an extent. We got some money going on for this, some extra cash, which wasn't already there.
And stealing the ghost thing was totally calculating. That's totally a big plan thing. That's a spider. That's a spider thing.
That's
Like, I got a freebie coming my way, a secondary objective here. It's going to lead to better things
I
later
can
on.
use this.
This is for later.
Yeah.
This is for later.
Okay.
It's a special tool that we'll need later, or whatever the Mickey Mouse quote is.
So is that 2?
I think it's 2.
2.
If that's cool.
Okay. And then Raja, did you address a challenge with knowledge or arcane?
Arcane power, I think.
Yep.
Oats. You stole a ghost.
So then for everybody who is on the table tonight, did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I believe I did. A few times.
There was definitely some background in terms of like who this entire NPC was all around.
Maribel did with meeting Lisa and talking her through stuff. And I think Raja did with her spirit mask. Like showing her heritage.
Cool.
I think Ohm did in trying to stop Demas from doing another kill.
So is that him expressing his drives, beliefs, or heritage, or is that him expressing his traumas?
Oh, that's a good point.
I think the traumas thing specifies issues, and that didn't really cause an issue. That was like it didn't have a chance to cause an issue. So I think maybe it's more just like Ohm's core beliefs that come from their trauma, maybe, which is
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a drive to not let someone in the family or someone in the crew get taken again. Like there's absolutely a thing in here. It's like Ohm does not want anybody leaving for their own comfort.
Right.
And so that's where I was kind of drawing that from.
Okay. Cool. And then for everybody, did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
I got them twice, reckless and definitely vicious.
I don't
And
think so on either of my characters.
Do you get XP for that if you get a trauma? Because I feel like that should count for something.
that seems pretty fair, actually. Yeah.
Like that,
Okay.
that's an issue that you now have that. So,
Well, it clears your stress meter so that you get that as a gift,
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
I guess. But I'll take the
And
XP too.
for Ghost, did you get payback against someone who harmed you or someone you care about?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, did we count the crew XP also? Because it also
I was just pulling up the crew sheets to add it there too. Yeah.
so I think for Demas on like beliefs and drives, I think pushing to get money out of this when it was really just like a personal thing, but like kind of making it to where it's profitable because that's sort of where he's at right now. And I kind of for like heritage with the like two daggers, them being like the dirks that would be in like the sock knife kind of deal.
Yep.
Is what I was going for there. I don't know if that's worth a whole XP though.
Yeah. How far are you from your next upgrade?
So I'm like one more, but I think could I get one for just the just be cold through the whole session because Divas really did not show any emotion about anything the whole session really.
Yeah.
This was very much business.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Cool. So we'll call it there, and I'll mark my next advancement.
Cool. Well, that's that. That's his name.
Thing we did.
awesome.
Yes. Anybody else have anything else they wanted to get before we wrap up for the evening?
No, I don't think so. This has been
It
great.
was really fun.
Yeah. And thanks you two for making sure we got paid on this.
You'll start to have scores that like start to go well again, like next time, right? That's
Right.
Next time. It's always next time.
Yeah.
sure.
We just got to get there. We just got to get to
Yeah.
tomorrow. As soon as we get to tomorrow, it'll be fine.
It's all about. Yeah.
Got a plan. You just gotta have a little faith.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess in closing, hey everybody, we're gonna be back here on Saturday to play Cyberpunk, and join us then. Hopefully, I'll have another podcast episode out by then. I'm almost done with it, so we'll see you all Saturday. Yeah. All right, everybody. As always, have fun and play well. Actually, I've got a couple of you. Can we do a raid?
Mass is still up.
Yeah, he's still going.
Oh,
Playing some
let's do.
Hades.
Oh yeah, let's do some Nomass. I like Nomass. All right, everybody, we are gonna raid this cat. He's a cool guy. Raid. He's part of the Jabronis.
Jabronis.
Yeah, the game he's playing
Yeah.
is damn addicting.
Yeah.
It's a roguelike. So good.
So we are gonna go and do that. Everybody, thanks a ton again for tuning in. As always, have fun and play well.
May all your rolls be crits.